I have a cold. Didn't I just have a cold? I think I did. I hate this. There's got to be an easier way. There's a lot to be said for just getting like a regular job, working 9 to 5, and going home and not worrying about it. That's what kind of job would that be? Like, I mean, there's a lot of jobs where you got to worry. Like, if you're a stockbroker or something, you probably got to go home and worry about something.
Yeah, you might have had a bad day and worry about those calls you have to make.
Yeah, right. Like, you might have lost a lot of money for people.
I think secretaries.
Nah, that's too much work. I would like to be like a dog groomer.
Dog groomer?
Yeah, or a chef.
Chefs don't worry?
No, I think after you cook all day, you just go home and relax and watch some TV and then get,
you don't
mellow
have
out.
to think up new recipes?
Yeah. And I think there's like a lot of downtime, I mean, yeah, you got to make salads and junk, but you just mellow out. Or like I'd like to own like a pizza place or something,
I used to know of jobs. I used to see people doing jobs and think they don't go home and worry about it, but I can't think of any right now.
Yeah. Post office job? Nah, that's too... I couldn't handle that. I got to do something a little more. That's probably too hard for me.
How about bicycle messenger?
Yeah, I'd love that, because, except
you get exercise?
I have no sense of direction. That's the problem. I'd be lost.
You can't do that job.
Yeah. I got a cold again. Oh. I think I eat right and everything, but maybe I don't eat enough.
What are you doing wrong?
I don't know. I can't figure it out. I think I'm just stressed out. I think I need a 19-year-old girlfriend. If there's any applicants.
You think that if you just got to experience that?
Yeah, I think if I had a 19-year-old girlfriend, I'd never be sick. I'd be up and chipper every day.
You'd have a reason to.
Yeah, a reason to live. At least a reason to be healthy.
You think those young guys, those old guys who have those young girlfriends, they really do feel pressure to act like they don't have any vulnerabilities?
I don't know, but I know that's got to cheer you up, don't it? At least dating. Hey, I got a date Friday night.
Yeah, you just something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Well, Fred had the opportunity. Why did he get married? He's over there piping in now.
I was stupid.
Because he's a kook. I have no idea why Fred did what he did. Fred had endless opportunities.
Endless.
I was writing about that last night, actually.
Yeah.
How, we used to get into a room and talk about Fred's sexual proclivities, and I'm sure you guys got together and talked about mine.
There wasn't a day I didn't hear that you were a lesbian.
No, I never there with a guy.
Yeah.
Because I was just thinking, you had worked with us about 4 or 5 years, and neither one of us had ever had a date.
Well, I would go into a room with Robin and talk about how weird Fred was. Fred, here's a guy, good-looking guy,
and
nice body. Girls who want him, and the guy doesn't want dates. And then when you really pressure him about it, he said, "I want to concentrate on my career." And that didn't even occur to him. That didn't even seem to be happening. That he was concentrating on his career.
Yeah, it didn't seem like he was really concentrating.
And then I'd go into a room with Fred, and we would start talking about how you never had sex with anyone, and you're probably gay.
I knew that. I wrote that last night.
Yeah.
But I'm sure they had the same conversations about.
Oh yeah, all the time. Fred's writing a book about it.
Oh, yeah. I've seen my chapter. I believe Robin's talking about it like it's past.
Yeah.
I don't care anymore.
Yeah, like it's past.
Then I cared.
Hey.
I was talking about 1985, Jackie.
Yeah.
Long before we had to put up with you every day.
So, that was kind of fun. I got to take a break. We'll be back right after these words. We'll start the show. We got a couple of things going on. I'll tell you everything that's going on right after these words. Who's that?
That's Kiss.
That's good. That's a good song. I'm not that familiar with Kiss. I never got into them.
I always thought somebody else was playing their instruments.
Yeah. You might have been right. Yeah, I know. I never really... It's hard to take guys seriously when they're in cat makeup.
Yeah.
That was White Zombie.
That's White Zombie, yeah. Fred, why do you give me I was going to say, that's Kiss.
I was one off.
I know that song, too, because I have that record. But today, I don't know. Maybe I've changed, because when I was younger, I used to listen to records and memorize the album cover.
And the songs. You could tell what song was playing.
Now I just load up about 7 CDs into the CD player. The 7 CD player has ruined my ability to tell one from another because I listen to these songs.
Don't even know what albums playing at the time.
White Zombie.
I think you're right, because in the good old days, you had to take off the record, turn it over.
Well, yeah, and
you read the label.
I used to listen to records and not do anything else. I mean, I would just stare at the wall and listen to the records.
And it was all about the record.
Yeah. Now it's like, it's background stuff.
It's in there with everything else.
I'm usually in a gym lifting some 40 or 50 pounds.
I do wonder how kids do that stuff.
Yeah. Now I'm down to like 10 pounds, because every time I exercise, I get weak.
You blow out something.
Yeah. It's this getting up at 4 in the morning is for the birds.
Nobody's arguing with you there.
Yeah. Room went dead.
Everybody started to reflect.
Everyone's thinking about their own experience. Yeah. It's really a drag. It's really a drag being disciplined. You know, when you get in show business, you do it so you don't have to be disciplined, so you can do stupid stuff.
You're supposed to be up all night and sleeping all day. I was reading somebody else's schedule the other day, and they were talking about, I hated that idea of getting home at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning and then sleeping until 6 and then getting up and doing it all over again.
Yeah, tough.
That's great.
Yeah. That doesn't sound bad. Try doing this. So many things to get to today. So many things. I just have been carrying around this pile of mail. I should just start going through it. Stuttering John, by the way, we're going to be playing this for you in a few minutes. We sent him over to this press conference that Denise Brown held yesterday. She is the sister of Nicole Simpson. I have requested that Denise Brown come on the show because, quite frankly, she goes on these shows and talks about how she believes O.J. Committed these murders. I happen to agree with her, and I certainly would be vocal about it. These other shows have her on, and they all remain neutral. They're like, well, how could you say this? And, they're playing devil's advocate.
Proof?
Yeah.
Do you think this will prevent O.J. from getting a fair trial?
So we sent Stuttering John over to the Denise Brown press conference, and he asked a question. It wasn't a rough question, but evidently, from what I understand, the guy who was doing the questioning before Stuttering John, the so-called legitimate press, was really rough on her.
I think that was the first guy to even ask a question. Stuttering John wasn't first or second.
No. And what it was the tone of the press conference was pretty angry. It was like, hey, how can you stand up there as the sister of Nicole Simpson and promote No Excuses jeans?
With all those banners and signs.
Yeah.
All the advertising.
And she basically said, look, I'm trying to raise money for battered wives, so, however I get it done, what's the difference? It's for a good cause. And I guess they were pounding her pretty heavy. And then John started asking his goofy questions, and
they
she
just
split.
Filled in the mix.
Yeah. And all the reporters were mad at John, but quite frankly, come on, they were worse than John.
Well, you know what it was? John was just the last guy to ask the O.J. question before she walked out.
Everyone else was asking O.J. questions.
She said, John, somebody asked an O.J. question. She said, I'm not going to answer that. And then, people just kept asking them. And
I don't know.
One of the people that kept asking.
But in all seriousness, I don't know why she wouldn't answer any O.J. questions. I mean, she's got to realize she's not a celebrity. I mean, the reason that she exists in the media is because of the O.J. situation. Why would somebody have a question other than that?
You're right.
What did she think they were going to ask her? Do you
know.
think battered women are bad, and how will you raise money for battered women? I mean, you can't, if you hold a press conference, you can't regulate what the press asks you. You're not the president. Like, the president sometimes gets in front of the press, makes a speech, and then leaves. But if you're holding a press conference, the press should be allowed to ask you what your favorite color is or whatever else,
But the press also gets to ask the president anything if he opens it up for questions. He can't limit them.
Absolutely. You can say no comment, but you got to stand there and answer the questions, You know
what the most unfair part of that press conference was yesterday? After that guy started by asking her, how do you feel about being with No Excuses jeans? And she answered it. He followed up by saying, well, how do you feel now that you're in the company of Marla Maples and Joan Rivers? Like, I don't know what that had to do with anything.
Well, I think what he was trying to say is, here you are saying that you're having a serious, fundraising effort, and somehow this is frivolous because
a lot of times it's been a joke.
Yeah.
Those spokespeople.
Yeah. Who knows?
And she didn't know how to answer. She should have just said, hey, you know what? They gave me $50,000, and I'll take it wherever I can get it. Instead, she was like...
And it's not like the $50,000's for me. It's for battered wives.
But she sort of like, you know...
She didn't know how to answer.
She didn't know how to answer. It made it sound worse.
Had prepared her,
right.
it seemed, for what was going to happen.
Well, I mean, how much preparation do you need?
She obviously needed a lot.
They should have pumped her full of info.
You could tell that everybody around was shocked.
You know what? I'm interested in hearing the tape now, I think.
Okay, it's right up there.
I know I'm supposed to wait, but...
You could just tell that everybody was shocked that they didn't love her and just be really nice to her.
Yeah, I guess they thought the sympathy factor would prevent people from asking real questions.
Well, she could have gotten sympathy in 2 seconds because all she had to do was answer the guy's question and say, you know, hey,
My sister died.
My sister died, and I really feel strongly about this battered woman, and sometimes you got to do whatever, you know. I didn't see anybody else stepping forward with $50,000, and this No Excuses is willing to start it off with $50,000. So who cares? I couldn't care if there's 90 signs behind me, because if a woman is getting her head bashed in somewhere, and this is going to help her, who cares? Hang more signs behind me, you dolt.
Yeah, I'm looking for other advertisers. Anybody out there?
Yes, I'll take Coke, Pepsi, or anyone. In fact, I'm shocked that there aren't more signs behind me.
Yeah, why is it only No Excuses?
Yeah. I mean, that's how you answer the question, but...
But you see, you're media savvy, Hal.
Oh, thank you. Wait a second. Let me soak it. Let me bask in that compliment. Yeah.
She doesn't know how to steer a press conference.
Hell, I'm in for $20.
If she'll come here and talk.
Yeah. So she got pissed off at you, but I think she was pissed off at the situation, you know.
She didn't even really look pissed off. She sort of smiled and then walked off.
Oh, you saw it on TV?
Yeah.
Hey, John.
Hi.
She just couldn't take any more OJ questions.
You're a weird guy, man.
Now what?
I don't know. You're just strange.
I'm just sitting here, man.
Okay. All right, anyway, so here is Stuttering John at the press conference for Denise Brown.
But beyond the existing interventions, the Nicole Brown Simpson Charitable Foundation, that specific purpose is to...
What's she reading at this point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And every time she got nervous, she went and like, give a quick look down to her notes, you know?
Yeah. You know, one of the cool things to do when you're reading is try to look like you're reading and not try to look like you're not reading. Just read.
Unless you have it memorized, and you can only take that quick glance without losing your place.
Otherwise, just read from the card. Everyone knows you're reading. You know? Don't try to look like you're not. That's like bad news, because it always looks funny.
It's almost impossible.
Yeah.
Because it always causes that little glitch, too.
The cool thing to do is to wear shades. That's what I do. No one can tell what I'm doing. I just wear the shades. I'm always reading. I remember we used to use teleprompter at Channel 9 sometimes. And everyone said, well, you got to train yourself to look. I said, no, I don't.
Your eyes can't move.
Yeah, I said,
the whole thing.
Just give me some shades. They go, well, you can't wear shades on television. I said, watch me do it. Watch me do it and watch me get away with it. Bastards.
Educate the community about the dangers of family abuse and to promote programs that seek to change the causes of such abuse and to facilitate the treatment of both the victims and the aggressors. We pledge our time, our energy, and our voices to those victims of domestic abuse.
And to sell jeans.
Please, help us help others. Thank you.
Who's that?
Is that you?
No, that's our guy, the guy who brought her out.
And no one else was clapping?
No one else clapped. No, it was very, very weird.
Oh, man.
Wow, that's weird. I got to hear that.
I thought, you know, I was going to clap, but I didn't want to draw attention to myself.
Yeah, right.
I was like laughing.
The press is really a bunch of dicks.
They really are.
I know. I've held press conferences where they just grumble and start complaining that they don't have any coffee and donuts. You're supposed to feed them, and I don't know, man. And then they're always hostile.
You know, it sounds like Jennifer Flowers got a better reception than Denise Brown.
I know.
If you ask me, they were there to attack her even worse than we.
Well, the press has this real hard on for, remaining objective, but, you can see the woman's frail.
They never look at this woman and say, yesterday she was a private citizen. She doesn't know this game, and she thinks she's doing something. Can't we just sort of lighten up on her a little bit?
Yeah.
Thank you. There is no excuse for abuse.
That is so wild.
That's a pretty bad slogan. There is no excuse for abuse. I mean, she had to work in no excuse. She should, They shouldn't have made her do that. That was probably somebody's idea to get no excuses jeans in there.
Yeah. They didn't have their picture plastered enough.
There is no excuse for abuse.
You know, they were probably thinking radio. You know, there are no pictures in radio. You got to say it.
Yeah. I hate to get hit in my Calvin Klein.
Excuse me, please. I understand that you might be getting some questions.
Just a few.
I wonder if you can clear up some contradictory information reported by the media. Did your sister leave behind a letter suggesting that if anything happened to her husband would be responsible?
We're not answering questions to the case or to any of that. What we're doing is we're channeling our energies in a positive direction for the foundation and the foundation only. Thank you.
Is she crying?
No.
I don't think she's crying.
Nah.
She's all right?
How do you feel about what amounts to when you were made a commercial endorsement?
Excuse me?
What we're seeing here, no excuses signs, no excuses jeans, pictures, it amounts to a commercial endorsement, some would argue. And is that appropriate? Is that an appropriate forum for what you're trying to do?
I don't quite understand the question, but there's no endorsement. I mean, they have been working on a campaign for the last 2 years for domestic violence, against domestic violence. We have been asked, or they have been very kind to us.
Ay.
She's not.
She doesn't know how to answer questions.
She's not supposed to be in this arena.
No. Because the guy asked a real fluff question. He just said, how do you feel? And it's a fluff question. How do you feel about no excuses jeans being all over this thing and turning this into a commercial thing? She should just say it's wonderful. I mean, I wish more companies would step forward and contribute money and contribute their time to help fight abuse. And I think it's terrific. And I have tons of pride in doing this because I'll do anything to raise money for this cause.
Not only that, shouldn't all companies be against domestic violence?
Oh, yeah, I would have gone into the whole thing. I'm all upset with companies that aren't up here today.
But the point is, wouldn't you, if you were No Excuses Jeans PR firm, know that that was one of the first questions she was going to have to handle?
I don't know. You know what? To be honest with you, I don't know what this No Excuses Jeans is. I've never even seen No Excuses Jeans on anyone.
I finally ran into a display of No Excuses Jeans in a store once.
Yeah.
I mean, I hadn't seen them. They'd been around since Donna Rice, which was several years ago.
Yeah, I don't know anyone who wears them.
I've never seen a No Excuses Jeans.
Yeah, so I don't know that they have any mark. I don't even know that there are No Excuses Jeans. I think those are the only pairs in existence that you saw.
I kept wondering, where do they get the money to fund these things?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they sell their jeans in Europe or something. Like, you know, maybe it's like David Hasselhoff's music. It's famous in Europe.
Yeah, everybody in Europe is wearing it.
Yeah, I mean, what the hell's going on?
I didn't even know there was actually. I didn't even know it was a jean company.
What did you think No Excuses Jeans was?
It doesn't say No Excuses Jeans. It says No Excuses. I don't know.
Oh.
It could have been a perfume as far as I was concerned.
Really? You're stupid.
And you know what, Howard?
Yeah.
And they just gave her a check for $50,000 to no excuses.
Right.
So you think
Did you have one of those big checks?
Yeah.
A big giant check?
Yeah.
How do you bring that to the bank? Do they freak out? Yeah. Bring it to a giant bank. Funny. Yeah, drive-through window. Big giant. You got to go to...
Drive it with a flatbed truck.
Yeah, it's like Gulliver's Travels.
And donating this check to the foundation.
But you're not at all uncomfortable with the fact that Donna Rice, Joan Rivers, Marla Maples, you're in that kind of company that you step into No Excuses.
Well, our main goal is to...
Our mango?
Our main goal.
Oh, our main goal.
But now here she seems more uncomfortable than any other.
Yeah, she's doing bad.
Yeah.
She's totally on her own.
Yeah.
Don't they usually have a spokesman or something to like?
They usually at these things have someone who could step in if they see you're having trouble.
Right.
Now, you heard there was just that one guy clapping, and he didn't seem to know how to step in to help
The
her.
guy clapping should have stepped in and said, you know, can I just say one thing? What's her name again? Nicole.
Denise.
Did anyone call her Nicole? I always call her Nicole. But I just want to say something here that you got to understand that, I would have done a whole rap.
No, they left her floundering.
Yeah.
Educate the public and to get the word out there to help people. And No Excuses has been kind enough to choose us as their foundation. I have no problem.
Denise, would you like to give Robert Shapiro a good swift kick in the nuts for his insensitivity towards you and your family?
We're talking about the foundation.
Denise, have you ever been abused?
Kick in the nuts.
Now, there was an opportunity to say, I do not agree with violence of any kind.
Right. Hey, but in all seriousness, I can't believe we were trying to pick out questions for John, to go over to the press conference, and Robin says to me, no, that question's okay.
I did. I thought it was fine.
You're completely losing touch with reality.
Gentle start.
Yeah.
Like an animal.
She goes, well, that's a very gentle question.
No, you were crossing over. That's a good one.
I really
so she didn't get pissed off at that.
No, but the whole press was like, oh. Then you hear someone go, oh, Stuttering John's here. But then there's a guy in front of me who just looks back and then just starts laughing hysterically.
Right. Well, it's funny, too, because on TV, I noticed this time around, they don't even want to mention your name.
Like a heckler.
They call you a heckler.
I know.
Yeah. You're not a fellow member of the press. And I even noticed in the newspaper reports today, there's no mention that she split quickly because of your question.
Yeah, I saw the coverage on Entertainment Tonight, and they sort of acted as if it was a normal press conference and nothing bad happened.
It seemed like the whole press collectively said they're not going to...
they don't want to buy into you. But, hey, I thought they're supposed to report the news no matter what. There was news. I guess they pick and choose what is news.
Well, I thought that the whole audience of press had turned into Stuttering John yesterday. I thought that was news.
Yeah. Okay, so she didn't leave after that question.
No, she's still hanging in there.
Okay.
Have I ever been abused?
Oh, yes, someone asked if she's abused.
Yeah, we were going to ask that, and we crossed it off the list.
I know. I thought that was just as probing as our question.
Yeah, that's pretty intense.
That's a funny question. We're talking about a foundation. I have never...
Oh, boy, she's bad at this.
Out of it.
She is really bad. Yeah. I've never been abused until this press conference.
Yeah, this is kind of a battering.
Thinking about the foundation.
Denise, have you ever been abused?
Have I ever been abused? That's a funny question. We're talking about a foundation. I have never been physically abused, no.
That's a funny question. I thought your question was funnier than that. What she should have said is, this isn't about my personal life. This is about, the death of my sister and the women out there right now who are in trouble. I'm not presently in an abusive relationship, but who knows what could happen in the future. Something like that.
The answer was yes. Say yes. Yeah. And I now realize that you cannot tolerate things like that.
Well, maybe she didn't want to reveal anything about it. If she didn't want to be personal... No, excuse me.
Come before the press, Howard. You have to be ready.
Get out of here.
Ready to answer.
If someone doesn't want to answer that question, there's a way to answer it.
You could have just said no comment, really.
No, you just answer some dopey answer,
Denise, why do you think everyone is so afraid to say that O.J. is guilty?
We're not here to discuss the case.
Sorry.
She always had an answer
and then
for
she left?
John.
No, she's still hanging in.
She's still there.
Oh.
I bet she wanted to answer that.
What?
Sounded like she wanted to answer that.
Yeah.
That one she had an answer.
But you see, to me, that's a good question. That wasn't an odd question. It was like, hey, everyone knows he's guilty. Where is everyone? She's willing to say it. Why isn't anyone else willing to say, come on, let's be obvious about this. Everyone's uptight because he's a black guy and he's famous.
I found that to be a supportive question, if anything.
Hey, you bet.
Oh, you two are delusional.
That is a supportive question. I really do. You really think I'm delusional by saying that? Why is everyone afraid to step forward and say O.J.'s guilty?
Who is this everyone?
Anyone in show, but it's just like during the Michael Jackson case. You couldn't even get Oprah Winfrey to say, gee, there could be abuse here. I'm not going to say something about Michael Jackson.
But when you say everyone, you really don't define. Why is everyone in show business? Is that what you meant?
I'm telling you that people will not step forward and say, hey, let's face it, the guy's guilty. They're afraid to say it. They're afraid to talk about it. Yeah, they're afraid to even say they think he's guilty. I have interviewed 97 celebrities since this O.J. thing.
But you're talking about celebrities.
No, wait. How about the people on the street that we interview, Rob?
How about people?
That's black people.
How about people?
Well, so what?
How about people?
White people are saying it all the time.
Really? I don't hear them say it.
I haven't never heard it.
Oh,
Tony Katane won't say it.
Well, she slept with him.
Yeah. Allegedly. I got to hear when she walks out of the press conference. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Is that you're here today? If you sit down with O.J. for a one-on-one, what would you say to him at this point?
All right, so that's an O.J. question. If you could sit down with O.J. at this point on a one-on-one, what would you say to him?
Sit down with O.J. on a one-on-one.
Saw him, what would you say? What would you say?
No, we're not discussing that.
Would you like to see O.J. put in a cell next to the guy who killed Jeffrey Dahmer?
Excuse me.
Bye.
Oh, there you go.
There she goes.
Their questions were worse than mine.
Who are you talking to?
The media starts yelling at me, going, "You a-hole."
Oh, really?
Yeah, like from everywhere I turn, because I was right in the middle of this patch of people.
Well, first of all, she's not answering one question, so why in the world would they be mad at you anyway? You saved them a whole bunch of time. They can go cover a legitimate story.
Because they wanted to ask more OJ questions.
Yeah, they want to ask more OJ questions, and she won't answer them anyway. Uh-oh, getting in a fight?
WXOK Radio.
Oh, is somebody questioning you?
Oh, I'm sorry, but I don't see why my questions are any different than him asking about no excuses. No, wait. He's telling her that she shouldn't be here because...
It's a press lynching.
Now, this is news. I didn't see this anywhere.
This is cool. The mob rule. The press starting to get the thieving mob.
John's getting battered. Where's somebody coming to his aid?
Yeah, where's no excuses? There's no excuse for abuse.
He's so used to getting attacked like this that he's just sitting there like nothing happened.
So who's attacking? Like other members of the press?
I would say 5 to 10 people now. Because of no excuses and I did something wrong? Give me a break. What a bunch of hypocrites we all are, aren't we? Bunch of hypocrites. You're stupid. What a bunch of hypocrites everyone is here.
Listen to them. Oh, man, how do you take it?
It was tough. I had to leave. I finally didn't get kicked out. I left on my own recognizance. I had to leave.
Why would you tackle a word like that?
What is it? Reconnaissance, right?
Reconnaissance.
Reconnaissance. You're on a reconnaissance mission.
But I left on my own because everyone. It was like.
Why would you say I just left on my own? Why would you try to say the word what is it? It's not even used properly.
You can't say anything.
No, recognizance is what you're trying to say.
And that's what I said.
But that isn't what you mean.
No.
The word recognizance doesn't fit into that sentence.
I thought that meant I left on my own accord. How's that?
I left on my own accord.
Volition.
But recognizance would be...
That you're watching yourself.
Yeah. You're playing, if you're a criminal or something.
And the court releases you on your own recognizance.
Yeah, use it,
so that a deputy won't have to accompany you.
The court releases you on your own recognizance.
Yeah. You don't leave on your own recognizance.
He did it. John did the same thing. He was sitting down in the green room talking to Roseanne.
Yeah.
And he tried to tackle the word impotence.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, they were talking about Prozac, and he goes, it causes impotence.
Right. Well, because it's an impotent discussion.
Right.
It's an impotent drug.
Anyway, everywhere I turned, there was just an angry face. So it was just and then everyone was attacking me.
Cool.
Those women people are just calling you stupid.
Well, no. Yeah, they call me stupid.
That's good.
And this one lady.
I didn't have to do it.
And this one lady keeps just saying, "You ruined it. You ruined it for everybody."
Ruined what, though? She wasn't answering any questions.
That tape sounds like if Charles Manson walked through a mall.
Yeah.
So it's like, John, oh my God.
OJ is treated nicer than John is treated.
I feel that John was battered.
What a bunch of hypocrites everybody is. Thank you. Yell at this guy for saying that you shouldn't be here because of no excuse. What's that?
He didn't say that.
No, I think OJ is guilty. I think OJ is guilty. And I think OJ is guilty.
People know who he is.
Oh, man. What was that guy saying? People don't know who he is?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. There's all different, There's a lot of a-hole, references and stuff like that.
And stupid. They should just started throwing rocks at you.
Oh, man. So, of course, it came across the Associated Press wire that she walked out of the news conference because of John, a reporter for the Howard Stern show.
Oh, good.
So that should be national news everywhere.
The truth is she walked out because they were all OJ questions. It wasn't particularly John.
John didn't help, but he didn't ruin it.
What was your last question? I forget.
Well, don't you want to have, OJ put in a cell next to the guys who killed Jeffrey Dahmer?
I would say yes.
Yeah. I thought that was being supportive, too.
Of course it was.
Not really. You don't agree?
Absolutely was supportive.
You guys.
You were the straw that broke the camel's back.
Under his own recognizance.
He couldn't even say that word again.
Recognizance.
All right, there you go.
We got to start putting those words in the questions.
Yeah.
Do you think OJ should be released under his own recognizance?
Hey, dude. What's the matter, man? You're acting real strange.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
How do you mean?
I don't know, like real mellow or something, like a new attitude.
No, I just got up. My eyes are hurting.
Yeah.
You ever get that way?
No.
You know what it is, Howard? I figured it out because I've been thinking he looked a little weird. It's the hair. His hair used to cover so much of his face. You never got...
Yeah, now you get to see the whole face, and it's disturbing.
Yeah, everything that's...
Yeah.
Well, I'm noticing he has a lot of tics.
He does. You should go on Prozac.
What do you mean tics?
Yeah, you do. You've developed tics.
Your face is doing things you don't know that it's doing.
Oh, I know that. When I saw the E-show for the first time...
You do a thing like this.
Do I?
Yeah.
When I saw the E-show and I saw how fast my tongue was going, I was pretty, like, embarrassed.
Yeah, you do a thing with your eye now. Robin, tell me if you've seen this one.
All right. Right, yes. Absolutely.
Come on.
You did it when you sat down today.
There's a little Igor in him.
There's Igor. That's this thing with his eyes, like...
Well, Howard, you gotta understand... No, Howard, you know what it is?
There's one.
No, you know what it is?
Well, let me see. What did I miss?
No. That light is right in my eyes.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
So it's like...
there it goes. There it goes.
You know, and that's why. So when I'm here, I'll look up over there, and
and then you have a new tick too. Have you caught this one with his mouth? He goes like this.
Yeah, that's what you just
Yes.
And the fish one.
And the fish one, which is that's when he's trying to get the word out.
Right. No, we're just talking about when he's sitting still, not talking. He has these faces.
Get out of here.
You go like this. And then you go.
No. It's like...
Let me see the... No, that's the fish. You're doing the fish, Fred. Right. He makes a fish face.
But Howard, even on the Channel 9 show, you used to catch different faces.
Right.
I noticed a new one just today. That's the second day in a row.
Let me see.
The nose scrunches up.
Yes.
He does that usually when he does the fish. It used to be a fish, now it's more like a pig.
Yeah. He lost the horse one, you know.
Yeah, what happened to that one? The horse one.
It was like the horse in Animal House right before it died.
Yeah, this is the horse one.
No, it moves the mouth to the side.
The horse.
Oh, that's funny.
The horse.
But that's scary that Gary said I look like a horse.
Yeah. That's the pot calling the kettle black.
Well, he would know, wouldn't
he? Anyway, you did a nice job, I think. I think he asked appropriate questions. They were no less appropriate than the other questions. And I liked it.
You guys are really going on.
Look at what was she being a betting family for?
What'd you say?
Why?
I don't even know what you just said.
I said, why is she being a Benedict Arnold about this question?
She's getting her opinion, that's all. It's called a discussion.
You know why we write those questions. It's never to be
but these, Howard, I think you especially made them, so they would just like...
I'll be quiet. It's just so dumb.
Read the ones that you're going to have me ask.
All right.
Maybe that's why.
Are you ready? Do you think O.J.'s violent nature has anything to do with the fact that he's black?
I told you that was a good one.
That was a good one. You should ask that one.
If she was going to walk out, she might as well walk out pissed.
Was your family unhappy that your sister married a black man in the first place? Did O.J. ever flirt with you? Do you ever wish your sister had married Mike Tyson?
Oh.
Come on, aren't those worse?
What would you like to see O.J. get for Christmas? Electrocuted or lynched? Did your sister get implants? Did you ever see O.J. naked? We had some cool questions, but, she might have freaked out. We tried to keep them simple.
See, I think you need to be in a one-on-one as those kind of questions.
What kind of name is Cato? Why didn't you people ever call Howard Stern for help?
See, I really wish they had asked that one. She might have answered that question.
Sure. No, come on.
Which do you think Paula Barbieri needs more, psychological counseling or body armor?
That would have been...
Because of what happened, are you swearing off dating sports figures? There's millions of them. We had millions of questions for her.
You had to go through reams and reams of questions to find those few.
As reporters, we feel bad that our questions were unanswered. Do you ever get nervous that you might get a visit from one of O.J.'s brothers or sisters? That's pretty funny.
Sounds like yes is the answer to almost every question.
Yeah. Anyway, so there he is, Stuttering John out on the town with Denise Brown, Nicole Simpson's sister. And we'll take a break and be back right after these words. Thank you, Stuttering John.
We're back with the Howard Stern Show. Here's Howard.
So that's Kiss, right?
That's definitely
yeah. And they're all right.
They made a lot of money.
Yeah.
The reason I'm spacing out here is something I want to ask you, but I can't decide if I should ask you on the air. It's just it's something that happened in my life, and every time I open my mouth up about my life, it just causes further complications.
This is one of those personal things?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, let me just think for a second. Let me use
like
the
a
Jeopardy.
game show.
Let me think.
Should I ask about my life? See, now you've got us all intrigued.
Yeah, I know. Let me think about it a little longer. Let me go on with the rest of the show.
Could you put other people in it and pretend it's somebody else's situation?
No, you would know right away. You would know right away.
I'm thinking of the other people. Maybe they wouldn't get it.
I don't know. You know, I'm very honest.
Are you finding that you have been gagged somewhat?
No. This has nothing to do with anything. You know, listen, I'm open about my sexuality. My wife tells me every day I don't want something on the air, and then it's on the air.
Okay, because people have been asking me if they didn't think you were hiding things from us recently.
No, listen, I mean, through the years, does it really? Well,
she said that oral favors have been happening, and you hadn't been telling us that.
Yeah, but it happens so infrequently. My wife makes it seem like it happens a lot.
Sound like it was
and I go, you know, I have to like sort of yell at her. I have to like coax her into it. I have to go
you
like
have to beat her into it.
Well, almost. I have to go like, you know, I don't get these things, and there are a lot of women out there that want me, and you know, I have to do a whole thing.
You have to do the ultimate threat.
Yeah.
I'm leaving.
Yeah, every time I get her to do something oral, it's like after I berated her for 20 minutes. You know,
lovemaking in your home must be so much fun.
It's not a real pleasant thing.
That's tough for everybody, because the minute you ask for that, it's like, well, I was going to do it, but now that you asked,
I don't even like how she does it that much, quite frankly.
Ooh.
I mean, no, that's not an insult. That's just I think a guy would be better at it.
The point is, no.
All right, I want a man. No, I'm just, you know, my wife, that's not her talent.
No. What I'm saying is if somebody, you know, I heard somebody say this the other day on one of those stupid TV shows, and it made a lot of sense.
Yeah.
If you really care about another person, wouldn't you want to make them feel as good as possible?
No, I don't know. I feel bad for her every time she has to do it to me. I really do.
She obviously registers disgust.
Well, first of all, I'm so tiny that that whole, you know, whenever a woman, you know,
you're getting
is involved,
way too close.
Well, she wakes too close to my butt. And also, I think it's a disgusting act. I feel bad for, you know, unless it's like a young girl who worships me and really seems to enjoy it. My wife
should be for
I know.
Party.
My wife doesn't really seem to enjoy doing it. There's a lot of problems down there while she's doing it. There's a lot of, you know, there's inspection, there's kvetching, there's a lot of conversation going on about it. You know.
Well, that doesn't sound like fun.
Yeah. You know, it's not something that looks like this woman is dying to do this.
Right. I always imagine that if you're really in love, you just go and
you
do
that.
I
don't think she's really in love. No, she doesn't know how to do certain things. She's a very innocent girl. My wife.
She's had 3 kids.
No, my wife is very. My wife's very prudish, in many ways. She's not a wild girl. Not adventurous at all. And she is. Listen. If I was a better teacher.
What? Am I a wild girl? Oh, stop.
Based on what you've told me, yeah. Yeah, based on what you've said to me, yes.
You guys are ridiculous.
You're eating peaches and champagne off some dude's belly. Yeah, I would say you're adventurous. And then, like, you walk into my house, you go, oh, all of this furniture is so sexy. I go, what are you talking about? She goes, oh, don't you do it on every one of these hard surfaces here?
And I was like, you see these apparatus.
Yeah, and I was like, Robin, I'm shocked. I said, I really don't see this as sexual toys.
Oh, my.
And she's like, of course. She says, everybody thinks that way.
You would drive for 3 years.
Yeah, well, I don't know, but you're very wild. You are very wild. No, on a scale
of myself is sort of.
No. You're very open to a lot of different things, and you're also into inventing new things.
I'm an inventor.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like if you're dating Robin and you chain her to the refrigerator, like she'll express some outrage for about a second, and then all of a sudden you're into a whole.
She'll go with it.
Yeah, she'll go with it. She will go with it.
Aw, you don't know me.
Yeah, I got a feeling you could chop off her feet and she could find something sexy about it. Yeah, come on.
I never thought of it.
Come on, make me feel more pain.
Try it here.
Test me. No, I have a feeling that there's a whole thing going on in your head. Hopefully your book will reveal what it is, but
there's a playground.
There's a playground going on.
Well,
there.
I just thought it was supposed to be fun. I don't know.
Yeah, well, you're right. But my wife is very, very...
How do you get uptight then?
My wife is very simple. Let me put it to you that way. She's a simple woman. She is not a complicated, fast... Like, I'm used to now talking to hookers and stuff like that, and strippers and girls who please men for a living.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Has she ever even kissed you all over?
No.
Oh.
Never. 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 You've never seen me naked, though. I mean, all fairness to her. I mean, I'm getting a little defensive for her because you have no idea what it looks like.
What does Robin mean by all?
What do you mean, like kiss my feet and then I'll work her way up my legs?
Yeah, you're just paying attention to your entire body.
No. And I would be uncomfortable if she did that because I know it would be such an effort on her part. She would be doing it because she read about it or you pressured her into it.
It's something you just sort of, I want to touch that.
I understand you. I'm telling you, that doesn't happen.
Oh.
But Robin just said that like, of course, she has done it.
Of course. She does that to guys she hates.
That's page 3.
That's page 3 of my manual?
Yeah. No, I understand what you're saying.
Uh-huh.
But it just says, listen, that kind of...
What does she pay attention to? Because, you know, like you have told us your operation.
What she likes is to lay back on her back, close her eyes, and let me get the vibrator. No.
She doesn't grab for things?
No.
You know, I'm dying to know certain things, but I won't.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you everything.
You've never... Oh, Howard.
Listen, she's a very, very, very...
You're lying to me.
No, I'm not. Hey, someone has to work the remote control while all this is going on, and that's her job. Robin, you need to show me sex.
Yeah.
I need to experience real love.
You have...
No, physical... Listen, my wife and I have a very close cerebral relationship, and, of course, a physical relationship, but it's different from what you're talking about unbelievable passion. My wife is a very serious woman.
Not passionate.
No, she's passionate, but she's very serious. She's a very simple woman.
I'm serious, too.
She never sat and studied, how to do stuff to men.
Who studied?
I don't know. You seem to be more aggressive in that area.
I guess I'm an idiot savant in that area.
Yeah. You're an idiot savant. No, but basically I get the vibrator out for 10 minutes. Work her over.
But she doesn't count, no massage,
no, never.
And while never guides you or nothing?
Nothing. Never would that happen.
Oh, boy.
It's mostly just laying there.
You are lying.
Okay. Ask my wife. She'll tell you.
You have to move sometimes. Even to keep the
She hardly moves during the whole thing. I even say to her sometimes, while I'm doing it, Yeah.
Huh. Well,
listen, that's my situation. All right, I'm not.
You two need a seminar.
Listen, yeah, maybe instead of Kathy Lee and Giff, I could sit there with that schmo.
That's right.
What's that guy's name?
Gary Smalley.
Yeah, Gary shows you in these tapes how to get along with your wife. Yeah, so how come Frank Gifford left 2 women? Why doesn't he go back with them and then watch the tape? That's such a farce. I
got to tell you.
Kathy Lee Gifford with family values. Meanwhile, the guy she's married to has dumped 2 women.
Yeah.
And entire families.
He thinks they're very valuable.
Yeah.
I saw one of those cruise commercials that she does again, and Frank's in it. And, Frank's laying there like Weekend at Bernie's.
I know.
Doesn't he look relaxed?
They have Kathy Lee and all the... I saw it last night, too. What were you watching?
Oh, some news show.
Entertainment Tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching that, too. And I was on the phone since I was on the phone here till about 1 o'clock. I went home and I was on the phone till about literally 6:30, and then I guess around 7:30 I finally got some TV on. I said I'm going to lay down in bed and relax and try to wind down here. I turn on and the first thing I see is Kathy Lee Gifford and her Carnival Cruise commercial.
Right.
And so that comes on and
Giff, who appears to really have the mobility of a dead person, is propped up in different chairs or laying actually horizontally. He's actually flat on his back in a chaise lounge through the whole commercial. And Kathy Lee is full of pep and energy.
She's dancing and whirling and singing.
And it is like Weekend at Bernie's because Kathy Lee is doing all this movement around, Frank Gifford. Yeah. And Gifford just lays there. I mean, the pallbearers are out of the shot. They're just completely they're right out of the frame.
I thought it was so funny when she says, doesn't Frank look relaxed? I said, this is Weekend at Bernie's.
Frank looks dead. The only thing missing is the IV and the heart monitor. And so Frank's laying there, and she goes, guess what, Frank? And she's in a mini dress, and she got white silk stockings on.
Halters.
It's a whole deal. Yeah. She's got halter tops on. She's a magnificent-looking creature. And it's like an entire waist, and you know that she needs a good workout. And I don't buy any of this religious crap.
She needs some harvesting.
Yeah. And Frank is laying there Grandpappy Amos, with his young broad, and he's laying flat on his back. And did you see one of the shots before Frank's on his back? He's going down the water slide.
Yes. With
his shirt off, and he's got big breasts. He's got that flabby belly, and he's going down the water slide. And it's like, look at Frank. Frank actually has mobility.
And he put Frank on the water slide.
And even going down the water slide, he looks like a dead guy being slid down a slide. Right. It's like burial at sea.
The arms are flat at the sides.
Yeah.
There's no movement.
Yeah, it's burial at sea. Yeah, right. Yeah, just throw him over. Get an American flag and throw him overboard.
That's right. They forgot to wrap him. That was the only thing.
And then Frank is doing other stuff. They have Frank. It's basically Frank doing some stuff.
Right, and she's dancing around him.
Yeah, this constant moving from Kathy Lee to make it appear that Frank Gifford is moving. I mean, Gifford, at the end shot is that he's laying on this chaise lounge in what appears to be how someone lays in their casket. Yeah, and then
the arms are folded across his chest.
Yeah, and he's wearing his polo, and Kathy Lee's got him all dressed up in his polo shirt and those little alligator shirts.
It looks like he's in Garanimals, actually. It looks like he was dressed by someone.
And then he has sailing pants on.
Yeah.
And nice shoes. He's laying there, and it looks freezing because the wind is blowing. Yeah, the taxidermist just finished on him. And who buys those commercials? I mean, and why do they do those commercials? Aren't they as rich as they need to be? I mean, what did you say? Carnival Cruise calls you and says, hey, we want you to do a series of commercials. We'll pay. I guess they pay him $50,000, $75,000, whatever it is. I don't know what extraordinary amount of money to just shoot that thing for a day.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's
a whole endorsement deal where she gets paid a lot of money. I don't know.
Maybe it's $500,000, but these are people who probably have $50 million.
They are not working to improve their lifestyle.
So wouldn't you say, instead of going on and making jackasses out of herself, I mean, Frank is in his waning years.
And dragging Frank out.
Yeah, and shouldn't be in a bathing suit. Mm-hmm. And really it's demeaning, to see an old man sliding down a child's water slide. Maybe it's time that we
Frank could get hurt.
Maybe we should turn this one down.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have some dignity.
Frank has to go get his proctology exam.
Yeah.
He's going down a water slide.
This is a man who goes for a colonectomy every 3 months. So he's laying there on that chaise lounge. I was freaking out last night because he gets me angry. He's laying on the chaise lounge, and this beautiful piece of ass is wrapped around him. Because whatever you think about Kathy Lee Gifford being vapid and just extraordinarily empty-headed and sort of full of cliches, oh, Cody watches Bible tapes every day. I don't want him watching regular television. Meanwhile, I hope he grows up to be a demon from all his Bible, tapes. But,
maybe he'll grow up to be David Koresh.
As sickening as she is, the reason she's popular, she's an extraordinarily good-looking woman. Her legs are I mean, I'd love to just... You talk about kissing someone all over their body.
You'd like to worship her.
Oh, I would just love to just work her over and to see her moaning and doing things like a dog all over that bed. Instead of, all her Bible tapes and everything else, and then she's like, no. Do it in a bad place. Do it in a bad place. And, just to see that, it would be extraordinary. It would be extraordinary. So, those skinny legs, and she's got heels on, and she's all wrapped around Frank Gifford, like a young girl's wrapped around her dad or grandpa.
Right, it's like she took her father with her on this vacation.
And she's like, guess what, Frank? Good news. What is it, honey? And he can barely talk. He's like, what is it, honey?
It's like somebody's working him.
Yeah.
Another voice.
Blink once if you understand.
Yeah, right. BJ. Guess what? You don't have to get up to that chaise lounge for another week. In fact, we can do your colonectomy right from the chaise lounge. We've cut a hole in the bottom of it. The doctor can get access to your buttocks.
The captain is coming with the enema bucket.
Yeah. The only thing that changed is the expression on his face.
Yeah. Sweet doggies. And she says, oh, guess what, Giff? We're staying.
We've booked another week or something like that.
And he's like, oh. You know, like, I mean, what they don't show you is he's surrounded by about 10,000 other people. Aren't those Carnival cruises, like, packed to the gills?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Everybody looking for Frank and Kathy Lee.
Yeah, that Carnival cruise looks hideous. I mean, it looks hideous. That one shot where she goes, the other one where she's with Willard Scott.
Yeah.
And it looks like a crowded dining room.
Yeah, it looks like you can't move.
Yeah, like people piled on top of people in water.
Mm-hmm. And you can't get out. There's no way to get out. You have to stay there with those people.
You're trapped on this water with every piece of trash that saw this. You know who's showing up.
Oh yeah.
I'm taking the Carnival cruise. Oh. Hey, same one Kathy Lee's on. There's a little white trash. Some cruise.
Monpa kettle.
Cruise to hell.
In the next cabin.
Yeah. Great Scott, Willard. What are you doing here? I'm doing the same thing here.
Same as you, Kathy Lee. Picking up an easy payday. Pretending to like being here with everybody. Pretending.
Same as you.
7 days of pretend.
When the shoot's over, I'm getting out of here.
Easy pickings.
So.
Richard Simmons, what are you doing here?
I'm getting spanked. Daddy's been a bad boy. Yeah, so she's wrapped around Giff, and they're having the time of their lives, you know, and Giff's like, wow, another week. He doesn't even look that excited when she says, let's stay another week.
He's not a good actor.
No. He doesn't seem all that thrilled. Shall we go?
Actually,
well, we're going to be here another week. Where are we?
I think Bernie had more expressions than Frank.
Yeah. Frank Gifford in Weekend at Bernie's 3. Drag him around. That would be funny. I would cast that movie in a minute. I would make that movie. I put up my own money.
It'd be great.
Frank Gifford as Weekend at Bernie's.
On a cruise.
Yeah, with Kathy Lee, and he dies, and she can't bear to see him go, and she's still bringing him to parties at Regis's house.
She thinks that he likes her singing because he doesn't, he just sits there placidly.
Yeah, I saw an interview with him where he said that Kathy Lee's one of the smartest women he ever met.
At this point.
Yeah.
Now that he's losing brain cells.
Really?
He's not far behind Reagan, probably.
Well, I thought he was all there, because he still does Monday Night Football and stuff, but when I heard him say that, I questioned.
Well, I remember Billy talks about her singing. I remember the interview where she sat on the porch and sang to Giff, and he had to sit there smiling while she was singing.
That's always a weird move when, you've got a schmaltzy spouse like that, and they have to sing to you, and you have to figure out what to do while they're singing. So stupid. I'd be so embarrassed.
She probably liked it in her courting phase.
Yeah.
But after a few years, in
the
morning, in the evening, shut up!
There's public displays of affection, Like, what do you do when you have some nutty broad singing to you?
Yeah.
Even though it's your wife and you're really into it, she's young and hot and everything, but it's like...
Yeah, I mean, if you were at home, you'd be putting your hands up her dress.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a camera on you, and you got to sit there with this big dumb smile on your face and keep staring at her. Yeah.
What a trade-off.
I know it's weird even when we have rock stars in here and they start singing for us.
Yeah.
And they look over at me and I look away because it's embarrassing to watch somebody sing.
Yeah.
I don't want to have anyone singing to me.
Especially not Steven Tyler.
Yeah. Right. If I was a chick, I'd want that. All right, we're going to take a break and we'll be back right after these words.
Hey, this is John Bon Jovi.
How much you saying, boy?
We're listening to the wildest show on radio, the Howard Stern Show.
He's big, he's bad, he's the baddest, he's funny. Check it out.
All right. Thank you, boys. Jackie Joke Man, To order Jackie's Wild Comedy CD or cassette, it is $10 plus $3 shipping and handling. Holiday special, buy two, get one free. Call 1-800-323-KING. Friday night, remember, it's December 16th at Catch a Rising Star for Jackie in the Governor Morris Hotel. The first time Jackie and a governor getting together. Governor Jackie with Governor Morris Hotel in Morristown, New Jersey. For dirty jokes and info, call 516-922-WINE. Remember, 516-922-WINE is not a paid service. There he goes, Jackie Jokeman. Jackie Marlowe.
He makes such funny noises.
I know. Well, every noise is a cry for help. It's a loud cry for help. Well, let's not get into it. All right. He knows what I'm talking about. Okay. Robust knees.
You know he's healthy.
Jackie's in the house. No, Jackie likes to be noticed. Yeah. Big noises.
Oh, 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 oh.
You know, if we ever do another jungle scene, we gotta have Jackie in the jungle.
Jackie will be all the noises, all the background noises. That's the elephant. Here comes it. Wait, Robin will go like this. Here comes an elephant, Robin. Wait, here comes a parrot. Wait a second, Robin. I hear a train. It's our rescue train.
I'm rescuing you! Here I come!
Every one of Jackie's noises is a plea to be noticed. You know what I mean? It's like, come on, notice me.
That's right.
Notice.
Laughing here.
I'm in the room. I'm here for you.
Don't forget me.
Sneeze louder than any sneeze on the planet.
Just a little reminder.
Suckle, 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 suckle. Oh, oh.
Here comes a laughing hyena, Robin. All right, very good. Enough with Jackie.
I'm telling you, can do any kind of story.
Yeah, children's stories. Except those noises are too scary. Kids can't sleep after they hear them. All right, very good, Jackie. Congratulations on your noises. Congratulations on all
Just have a very strange way of not going into it.
Yeah.
Ah! Ah!
Notice me.
Ah! Overreaction.
He is truly amazing. Truly amazing.
Right.
Oh, I got one for you.
What's that?
Why don't blacks like country music?
Why?
Because when they hear hoedown, they think their sister's been shot.
All right, good.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, Jackie, can I talk about you coming to me yesterday?
Oh, yeah. I didn't think there was any way of getting on.
Okay, good.
Well, what was that all
Did you
about?
see? Because Robin was you were in the room.
Right.
I always get nervous when Jackie says, "Boss, I need to talk to you." He insists on calling me boss.
And he announces it
Because
3 or 4 times.
Yeah, because he needs a boss.
Somebody
to be mad at.
disgruntled at.
Yeah, he needs. I know that with Jackie's mentality, he needs someone to be the boss. I don't really think of myself as Jackie's boss, but he chooses to look at me that way.
Yeah.
Because
you don't pay his salary.
Right, but he chooses to look at me as boss because he needs the boss man. I've often said to him, "Hey, you're part of the show. You know, I don't say Robin's my employee or something, or someone who works beneath me, or the only one who really is like an employee is Fred. All right."
But that's his choice.
But that's his choice. All right? He's chosen to work that way. Fred's another one with a factory mentality.
There you go.
Yeah. I'll turn out this piece of work, but I can't turn out another one.
Well, there you go.
All right.
Glad to see you sharing the heat.
First, you have to use
I wasn't
that
even
one
in the room asking
before
this
I'll
question.
make
Why are you
another
taking it out
one.
on me?
Fred's a weird guy. So, wait, I'll get it to Fred in a second. But anyway, so this is, I'll tell you the whole dynamic, what goes on behind the scenes. So,
All right.
Jackie was making an announcement at the end of the show. Boss, I need to speak to you alone for 5 minutes. I need 5 minutes.
I need both.
I need both. Yeah, right. And then Robin and I usually after the show, because we're, we're on the same team, we always get together after the show to just relax and say a few things and maybe discuss who's going to be a guest or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Just a little
With,
face touching.
Yeah, Robin always realizes that basically that directly after the show we meet back there. Fred has he comes in as we're all leaving.
Hold on. Aren't we on Jackie?
Yes.
Go to
So
Jackie, then
Jackie doesn't even come in because Jackie has to make phone calls for his
That's right.
his ever-growing company.
His empire would crumble.
Right,
If
he didn't make those
run
calls.
to the phone right after the show.
For some reason, he has to run to the phone right after the show every day.
And not only that,
Yeah.
if he does stop by the office for a second, then he runs back to the phone.
Yeah, there's always something going on with the phone. I've never seen a man more busy from CDs and joke cards. I don't know.
And those silly T-shirts.
What I'm dying to know. What I mean, every day you really make the beeline for the phone. What happens? You check in with your messages? Is that it?
What's in production
Call
now?
home to talk to Jokeland Central. That's
Right.
all. See if there's any
I know, but there's always a big discussion going on.
Well, is
Yes,
Jokeland
yeah,
that busy?
Talking on the phone.
Yeah, I mean, there's a tremendous. Yeah, but there's tremendous.
Well, there's a
discussion.
lot of pressure.
Right.
And he's got that little bag.
So many calls coming
between
into
his
1-800.
legs.
Yeah,
in
and
his
there's a
file
bag.
cabinet.
Jackie has this big beach bag, and as he's on the phone, he's rifling through the bag and finding things. And you got to realize his empire is these jokes.
Yeah.
It's these.
I admit that.
It's like, well, we got, we're going to come out for Christmas with a new Jackie T-shirt. Jackie sweatshirt.
New kids pack.
Yeah, I mean, it's really stupid stuff.
You know what was very funny about the Jackie sweatshirt?
Yeah.
Fred pointed out it's supposed to be like a school sweatshirt or an alumni sweatshirt or a graduation sweatshirt, something like that.
I graduated from Jackie Joke Man High School.
Right.
Yeah.
And Fred said, well, Jackie, there's a little face of Jackie on there with a grin.
Yeah.
A little caricature. And Fred said the caricature should have a mortarboard.
Yeah.
Since it was a school and it was a graduation. And Jackie said, I thought this was incredible. Jackie said, Nancy thought so too, but I nixed it.
Yeah, there was a big discussion. I would love to have been there for the discussion.
That was
Jackie came out. Jackie came out with a new sweatshirt.
Board meeting.
And the sweatshirt, it's that bad Jackie lettering, that cheap iron-on Jackie lettering that says.
It's a gorgeous sweatshirt.
Fantastic. My kids threw it out already. No, it's very beautiful. It's
He's
beautiful.
using it to
is
wash his car.
It's beautiful.
Jokeland Academy.
It says, I graduated Jokeland Academy,
Okay.
and there's a little, there's a cartoon of Jackie on it, which is his insignia. He has this one bad cartoon that he draws of himself. Do you draw that yourself?
No, we hire people at great
Oh,
expense.
you do hire people for that. All right. Well, anyway, then
years ago, we've used it.
Jackie, so this Jackie.
Why does the word bad have to be before?
I'm kidding you. It's a gorgeous sweatshirt. I'm sorry.
That's Hirschfeld did it.
So anyway.
Freddie Hirschfeld.
So anyway, so Robin feigns interest in this stuff and tries to get into discussion with Jackie. She says, yeah, there should be a little, there should be like a graduation mortarboard. Since you're graduating. Jackie goes, see, we had that discussion, me and Nancy wanted the mortarboard, and I overruled it.
She even drew it on the computer.
All right. I mean, I'm like, oh, God.
That's
when he's on the phone.
phone.
Yeah, so they give you an indication of what's going on, why he can't hang out with us.
Those high-level decisions.
Right.
Did you realize, like, when Jackie and Nancy were arguing at the beer fest and they threw beer on each other, that was a board meeting?
Yeah. So I, listen, so Jackie's running around. I got to meet with boss. I need 5 minutes with boss. All right. I was like, all right, what's this now? Who has wrong
like,
Jackie?
Okay, what else do I have to do? I have to see the E people. But I need 5 minutes.
Yeah. Daryl's in there. The belly and everything.
And then he looks at everybody in the
with
room.
the belly.
Gary's
Hasn't been there in 2 years already.
I'm in there, and he looks at the two of us. I gotta have boss alone.
Right. So I had no idea what it was going to be, and I'm like a mess because I got to get out. I'm just exhausted, and I'm waiting for these phone calls, and now I got to deal with Jackie. And 5 minutes with Jackie is usually an hour.
There is no way to talk to you with her there.
Yeah.
Gary,
I didn't say I wanted to say. It's just the way you do it.
No.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So.
I know you said it 5 times.
So as Jackie's saying this, and in all fairness, all right, so Jackie wants to talk about something private. As everyone's getting up, who walks in? Fred.
Absolutely.
Or as we call him, Kramer. Fred walks in.
No, John's Kramer.
And Fred sits himself down at the table.
For the first time in 10
and
years.
And I'm going, this is my worst nightmare because
I was there for
Fred,
the board meeting the other day with Jackie in his T-shirt.
Fred finally walked into a meeting, and now I'm going to have to throw him out.
Yeah.
And, of course, Jackie won't do it because he doesn't want to ever be the bad guy.
But I don't know why Fred continued to come into the room. Both Gary and I were walking out as he walked in.
So
I said,
I have to leave if you walk out?
So I said something to, like, Jackie, okay, Jackie, I know you need some private time with me now, so... And Fred just sits there, you know, it doesn't faze him.
Now, why did you talk in front of Fred?
Right, yeah, and Fred...
His social graces are way up there. He picked up on the hint right away.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you guys have to talk privately? Well, I'll just sit right in front of you and wait for you.
Yeah, like, he takes 20 minutes.
Don't mind me.
And then Fred moves so slow. Finally, like, Fred, Jackie wants to speak about something in all right, well,
Does that
okay.
mean I should...
Yeah, like all confused, and then it takes him like 20 minutes to get out of the room.
Okay.
So then, finally, Fred leaves, and we close the door, and Jackie and I are in our meeting.
Thought I was trying to save you from a meeting.
Do you know about this?
No, I'm dying to hear.
Yeah, so Jackie goes, I go, Jackie, let's cut right to the point here.
Right.
What's it going to cost me?
that was
the good news,
yeah, right.
I was going to say, did it involve money, or money?
Yeah, right. So I said, you know, what
was the first thing I said?
So I said, is this...
okay, right.
Yeah, right. I said, how bad is this? He goes, well, it's not bad. It's not good. But it's not bad either. But it is bad. Baby, it's bad depends how you look at it.
I was actually going to bring one of those little tape recorders in and tape record, but I figured you get pissed off.
Yeah, well, you should have, because this was great. So he goes, it's that.
But I'd hate to wreck this whole rap with the
right.
truth.
So Jackie says, look, here's what's going on.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
Really?
Take a break. I want to know why I was kicked out.
Okay, you're going to know in a minute.
I want to know why, Big Mouth. Come
on, Fred. I'm telling you.
He yells at us 4 hours a day, and I say one sentence, and you look over and call me Big Mouth.
You're knocking on me for my social graces?
Oh, he's back. Fred, we're off that now.
No, I'm not off it yet.
So I said to you're kicked out from mortarboards. So anyway, I said, Jackie, okay, just wait. Let me know what it is. So I said, what is it? He goes, well, I have been selected.
Oh, you saw what?
I've been asked
You are such a...
to make my acting debut on a TV program.
Oh.
And I am asking permission from you.
I was kneeling.
If I could go Thursday and Friday to make my acting debut. It's like all serious and everything. And I go, well, Jackie, first of all, I'm not going to be the a-hole who sits and tells you that you can't go do your acting debut because, you know, Jackie resents me already that I'm holding him back from something.
Right.
How the hell, he hates me. How am I supposed to, now I'm, the guy he has to ask and I'm going to go no?
There's no way you could say no.
And I hesitated asking because I know this puts you in an awkward position. Jackie, I said, let's cut this short. Go. I don't want to hear about it. Go make your acting.
Because he imagines that now he'll get signed to be a regular and he's off the show.
Well, yeah, believe me. I said, go, and he goes, and I'm nervous about it because, let's face it, I don't even know that I can act. I was hoping that you would say no in a way.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, right. Okay, no, so the answer is no.
You for the rest of his life.
Yeah,
He really would enjoy that more.
I could have been the next Seinfeld.
Right. He really would enjoy that more. He's right.
Yeah.
He wishes you would say no.
No, and he goes, and I know why they're asking me to do it, because they're hoping you'll mention it on the show and it'll be good publicity. And
is this leave of absence for something really important?
Yeah, what is it? And then Jackie started telling me what the show is, but I zoned out. I was completely asleep during it. I have no idea.
Stay tuned for the show?
All I know is I assumed he was going to California, but somehow he's shooting in Vegas, and he goes, I guess if I had more clout in the industry, I could tell him to shoot on Saturdays and Sundays. But I don't have that kind of clout like you do.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, right, yeah.
Did you say that?
Yes.
Oh,
I said something in that neighborhood.
Right.
No, what I was saying was I didn't want to take the time off, but I had no choice. If I wanted to do it, I had to go Thursday and Friday.
He goes, I know you could demand for someone to shoot on Saturday and Sunday, but I don't think I can. I asked.
Poor Jackie attitude.
Yeah, right, yeah. Like I did something wrong. I know I'm going to be guilty. I know this is going to cause me problems one way or the other.
What is he doing?
Because I know, Jackie's going to go down there, and if he screws up, it's going to be like, if you hadn't talked about it, Probably it wouldn't have been so bad.
You jinxed
You jinxed it. And then I choked.
Or if it gets cut, it's because somebody didn't like you.
Right.
Major part.
If his part is reduced, it's you.
Right. And
if he doesn't get recognized or discovered, it's you.
And if I don't mention it enough when he's on,
and his ratings are bad, it's you.
Right. The show will have negative ratings.
So
Jackie started
a show
describing
like Tales of the Crypt called The Watcher that's supposed to be on the Paramount TV network.
Oh, boy.
How many pages?
As far as I know, it's Gilbert and me.
Oh, I didn't realize it was that. No, you can't go.
How many pages?
Oh, for ridiculous.
I don't know. I didn't get the script yet.
So meanwhile, I said to him, look, pal, you're putting me in an awkward position. There's no way I could say no. I would, go with my blessing.
Did he discuss it with the person who really determines whether he can leave or not?
Nancy Sirianni Martling, and she was like, you go in and tell that Jew that he's going to...
That filthy Jew.
You go in and tell that filthy Jew.
You have my house phone.
And tell her I'm a half Jew. I'm a half Italian, just like she is.
I correct her.
But I don't understand why Jackie's taking 2 days off to go to do something that he hasn't read the script on yet.
Doesn't matter. He's all excited.
Yeah, but wouldn't you read the script?
This is going to be his...
What if they want you to be naked?
No, I read what they had so far.
Oh, I see.
I know basically.
Is it the Jackie character, or will you be playing a...
I have no idea.
Is it the Jackie persona?
We're still putting it together.
You don't know?
No, he doesn't know.
No, what I don't know is how much I'm supposed to say.
Like that's never stopped Jackie.
I don't know how much I'm supposed to say.
Oh. Because he doesn't want to blow
He's
anything.
going to blow the plot.
No, I don't talk about nonstop.
Yeah.
Never thinks about blowing anything here.
Yeah. Well, no, this is very important to Jackie.
I'm sure they want him to talk about
These people he'll be nice to.
And Jackie, what's that whole rap? You're all nervous about it because you don't know if you can act.
You're not an actor.
But listen, I explained to him when I went on Gary Shanley, I never acted, and to this day, I'm sorry I did it.
I know, we were talking acting.
Right.
Maybe Jackie can, we have an actress coming in later on this morning. Maybe he can act with her.
Yeah, maybe I'll put you in the scene.
Gilbert and I roll an old lady and take her money.
Oh. You should be able to do that.
You should be good at that.
You're good at putting your hand in people's pocket.
And I do know that we have to get in a huge fight. Half the thing is me and Gilbert fighting.
If you can't take
they're
him.
really
I know, that was great
Jackie
news.
to act.
Yeah.
And plus he's Jewish, so I'll
Jackie will be acting.
He won't be pulling any punches. He'll really hit Gilbert.
Yeah,
they said, Jackie, you want to take off 2 days and beat up a Jewish guy? And I was like, are you kidding me?
You don't even have to pay me.
Little anti-Semitic humor.
I'll fly out for free.
Yeah.
I'll pay myself.
So is this going to be Jackie the ball buster in the negotiation with the Paramount Network, or are they going to have you pretty much by the balls? Because Jackie sometimes like, I better get first-class airfare. I want first-class airfare for my
I have to have a ticket for Nancy, my wife.
The manager.
Top of the show I got.
Top billing. Head writer.
They pay you.
Back end.
They don't pay you what the stars get. You get a guest.
Guest honoraria.
Star honoraria.
Will it say special guest appearance by Jackie the Joke Man Martling?
No. I think
will it say 19 wine?
Do you have an acting name?
Can you get plugs in your credit on the film?
Well, my name is Jackie 800-323.
No, it'll be Jackson Martling the third.
Jackson T. Martling.
So anyway, I wasn't about to tell this guy who resents me for whatever it is I've done to him.
Yeah. That was his private
for making him famous.
Oh, I really would have asked this in front of you there, mouth.
What would I have said? Nothing until today.
She just would have observed.
She would have burst last night.
I would have had exact dialogue.
You wouldn't have been able to sleep last night.
Hey, Robin, I saw your Fresh Prince yesterday in syndication
at
4 in the afternoon.
Oh, yeah? Well, I even said to Jackie, because I wanted to make it clear, because he goes, I know, you can say no. And I said, no, I wouldn't stand in your way. I said, right. I said, Robin did Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
I only took 1 day, but
right.
I did it.
Yeah, and then that's what Jackie even pointed that out. He says that I don't even know that Robin took a day off. I don't remember, but, this is a very big thing. Big thing.
I asked Tom
it's going to be, it's going to be awful. It's going to be an awful script. It's going to be anything with Gilbert is awful.
What are you talking about? Something called The Watcher on the Paramount.
It's like
and Gilbert, of course, does anything.
Yeah.
Gilbert will play a piece of duty in a cartoon.
He is right now doing those 7-Eleven commercials.
And
I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
I'm his Siamese duty.
Yeah. It's going to be an embarrassment to the whole show.
The Watcher.
I can't wait to see it, Jack.
Right, we're all looking forward to it.
We can't wait to watch it.
Yeah. Very good.
Well, thank you for letting me go.
Hey, Gilbert, you are a bad man. I will punch you.
Oh, right.
Yes. You are not my friend.
Let's roll that old lady.
Yeah, hold it. There. there's an old lady. Let's go get her.
She has loot.
What?
She has loot.
You hold her, I'll hit her.
Hey, she's got a lot of booty.
Yeah, loot.
Jackie show.
His acting debut.
Jackie De Niro.
Oh, man.
I don't know if I'll use the Stanislavski method or if I'll do method acting or what.
Which
but
method did you use?
I'm gonna be an actor.
Which method did you use, Ron?
Jackie, I'm talking about you.
Excuse me.
You're the one who's having an acting debut.
Wonder if the Jackie puppet will get an offer to be in something.
You know,
you think I ought to take a few lessons?
Tony Danza's in the same business that Olivier's in. There's room for everybody. Room for everybody.
Now, some way, I guess I should be thankful I'm on the Howard Stern show. I mean, I guess this wouldn't have happened.
I know why they're asking me.
Oh, I love it hearing you
Because
know
of
it.
Howard.
Stop.
Because they figure you might talk about
Sometimes
it.
more than
But even still, I know if I do good, then I can step out from behind Howard, and people will look to me as an actor.
Whoa!
And I know this puts you in a bad condition.
Yeah, that was the other thing. He goes, I don't know if you can get along without me for 2 days. I go, Jackie, watch. I'll try. I'll do my best. I'll do my best.
I hate to tie you up, but it is my acting debut.
You talking to me? You talking to me? I don't see anybody else here. You must be talking to me. You know the acting games? I can sizzle like bacon in a pan.
Let me see that. Jackie Puppet's a good actor.
Yeah.
Sense memory.
Yeah, okay, very good. Well, Jackie, good luck to you with your new TV pilot.
I wonder when he'll be doing Hamlet.
and the often viewed Paramount Network, but no one has.
Where do you get
One of the other vignettes will be starring Jack Carter, so I'm in great company.
I think I once had a discussion with like Paramount Network, or like FX or one of these. I don't know, whatever. All these new networks. Yeah, it's all these new networks starting up. And I sat down and I said to him, I would do a show for you, but you got to understand something. I'm going to put your network on the map.
Yeah.
Where's it going to be? We don't.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to put your network on the frigging map. So, take that into consideration. And they all resent you for saying it. They're almost like...
Yeah, they want to think they're doing you a favor.
Yeah, and all these networks are not going anywhere.
It'll take years if they make a blip.
Yeah. The only people who never seemed to mind was the E-Network. I said, we're going to put you on the map.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to talk about you. We're going to, evidently, they just signed up another 4 million new homes.
Speaking of E, I meant to tell you yesterday, the FCC has come through again, and they have figured out a way to get cable companies. See, now there's a law we're not aware of, or some kind of regulation we're not aware of.
Yes.
Because now they've just worked out a new deal where cable companies can add something like 6 more stations or 7 more stations and charge you $1.50 or up to $1.50 to get these new stations. And one of the stations or channels I read that would benefit from this most was the E channel.
Yeah. Well, they know people. You see, they're going to try and figure out a way to get to charge you for not the E channel, for the Howard Stern show.
Right.
That's what they're trying to figure out. Because, see, cable operators don't really have any new product. Most people don't want half the channels they have right now. So they're going to figure out a way. How are they going to get you to pay for something?
They're never going to get rid of those channels nobody watches.
Right. Instead of doing that, they're going to try and pawn off for an extra charge, which in some cases they're going to put you on an extra tier. Don't stand for this from your cable company. They'll put the Howard Stern show on an upper tier.
Well, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, and get you to charge more than $1.50. Sometimes it's $5-10 a month, all for just the Howard Stern show.
Well, for this particular one, they can only charge up to $1.50. That's what they were saying.
Yeah, but you'll see. They'll figure out ways to nickel and dime you.
So what I figured was, I got it. The cable companies have the ability to put on as many channels as they want.
Right.
What they have to do is go to the FCC in order to be able to charge.
Right. And what I'm saying is
rates.
the FCC should...
Say no.
No, the FCC should basically say to cable companies, there is no more monopoly. You are now going to have to vie for a customer's attention, much like the phone companies had to do. They had to, they had to give up their monopoly.
But what is this thing that you can only have 37 channels unless you pay more?
Because it's a joke.
Or this one can have 20 channels unless they pay more. Or I can have 60 channels and then pay more for 70.
Listen,
I don't know.
It makes me angry.
Yeah.
What does this have to do with my acting debut? Warren Littlefield, watch my episode and see a new star on the rise.
Jackie,
What's
you know.
Shakespeare, to be or not to be, as long as I ain't that Negro Othello.
Is Jackie going to do a big mailing around?
Yeah, Jackie, you going to do a big mailing around your appearance? What?
Of course, 15,000 people on that mailing list.
Really? You're going to mail out the Watch Jackie? Jackie, like, sends out postcards. Yeah. Watch Jackie.
Don't miss the watcher.
Well, why don't you let me watch it first and then send out the mailing?
You can see the Daily Russians.
All right,
They're
thank
huge fans, all of them, of course.
Of course.
Paramount, soon to be on a map near you.
All right, let's take a break, and we'll be back right after these words. I don't know if this is real or not, but there's some guy on the phone who says he's about to, he's got a cellular phone with him, and he's about to jump from the George Washington Bridge and kill himself.
Really?
Yeah, you know, we can't tell if it's real or not, but...
What do you think? What does it sound like?
Hello?
What does it sound like? What do you think is going on?
Well, I hear the bridge, but I don't know if you're for real or not.
Oh.
You know, obviously it would be a great crank call to call me up and say you're going to commit suicide.
Yeah, it would, wouldn't it?
What, are you a big fan of mine?
Yeah, of course.
Well, why are you leaving us? We need all the ratings we can get.
Yeah, why doesn't one of, like, I don't know, the Morning Zoo's fans leave? We need our fans.
That's a zoo, a bunch of suckers.
I don't understand something.
What's up?
If you're in good enough shape to have a cellular phone, I mean, why would you want to leave the planet? There's a reason to live just alone.
Yeah.
Maybe you saw the bill for the phone.
Yeah, make too many calls.
Yo. No, that's not it.
You're going to miss Jackie's acting debut. You got to live.
Yeah.
Maybe he's
Did you
jumping.
hear about that?
It's life in general. There's a chopper looking at me.
Are you married?
Yes.
Is there a cop? Let me speak to the cop so I can confirm that you're really trying to kill yourself.
There's no cop. It's a traffic helicopter. Just passed by.
Is anybody looking at you, the fact that you're like ready to jump off a bridge?
The cars that are passing by.
They are? Is anybody stopping to help you?
No.
They're not stopping traffic?
I don't think any. Who gives a damn, you know?
Howard, we're the #1 show in the New York area. Certainly one of our listeners must be driving over the bridge with a cell phone.
Yeah.
Honk or call us or something if you see this guy. What are you wearing?
If you're listening now and you see this guy, oh, there goes someone honking.
Wait a minute.
But how do you know he didn't honk his own horn?
Right, we have to have somebody call us.
Yeah, my own horn. How could I up on the bridge?
Why are you killing yourself?
Because life sucks sometimes, you know? And I've been here before. I come here often to, think, and I regret the moment that I haven't jumped earlier.
What do you got? You got a job?
Yeah, of course.
And you've got a wife.
Yeah.
Is she nice?
She's all right.
Not great. Hello? Oh, I guess he jumped.
Hello?
Oh, I thought you jumped.
Hello?
Hello?
Oh, boy.
Hello?
What a time to have breakup.
Yeah.
Yeah, what happened?
What a time to have your phone go kaput.
My battery's running low.
Oh.
So am I, so...
No. Just relax.
You have kids?
Yeah.
Oh.
Man.
I might join you, so let me think about it for a second. I'm sick of living, too.
Well, in general, tell me what it is about life that really sucks to, enough to get you on the
Well, first of all, Tom Chiafasano yesterday says to me that... Oh, you're asking this guy?
I didn't mean you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Someone pulled over.
Someone pulled over?
Yeah.
Let me talk to the guy.
I think it's a female.
Oh, wait a second.
Like, look it up.
Hey, man, you can meet a girl. That'll keep you alive.
Let me talk to Howard.
All right, let me talk to her. All right.
I want to talk to you.
Hello?
Howard, I heard you talking.
Yes?
I'm a passerby. He's serious.
Oh, he is? All right, then let me...
And I'm blocking traffic. I'm here with him.
All right, let me talk him down.
Wait 1 minute.
All right, give me that phone. I'm a professional. Uh-oh, what do I
He's
say?
not on the side of the bridge where he could jump. He's still, sort of walking around.
Yeah.
All right.
You're not, right over the edge of the bridge yet where you could jump. You're, on the side where people walk, right?
Of course.
Right.
Well, how would I speak with her if I'm on the side?
All right.
You think she's going to come out here and join me? Thank you, sweetheart. Cool.
How is she? She nice looking?
Nah.
No good?
Fat cow.
Big fat cow?
Oh, look at you.
Look at that.
Terrible.
Woman pulled over to help you. You called her a fat cow.
I'm all right.
Well, you got kids. Listen, I always look at it this way.
Yeah.
Listen. There have been times in my life where I've looked
Everyone is stopping, Howard.
Good.
I'll be okay.
You're going to be all right?
No, I'm talking to her. Everyone's stopping. Now there's going to be traffic here. I don't want
Don't
no accident.
stop. Keep going.
Well, that's good that they're stopping.
What?
I don't know.
Oh, boy.
That's how I met Robin. I was on a bridge. Listen to me. What's your first name? Give me a name.
I'm known by Prince. What's up?
All right, your name is Prince, or you were formerly known as Prince?
Yes, there you go.
All right, you are Prince?
Yeah.
Listen, Prince, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
You see me?
Yeah.
You haven't jumped yet.
Let me tell you something. You might think life's a bed of roses for me or someone like that, but it's not.
You got to wait till my book comes out.
Let me tell you what you got to look forward to. You ready, Prince?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Robin's book.
Right.
I've got a couple of things planned, movie-wise.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, I'm going to revolutionize the way you look at entertainment.
Yeah, you're not going to see Howard's movie.
And if you got any interest? Like, are you interested in anything?
Now the cops are here.
So what? Ignore them. If you got turned on to anything in life, like you had a little hobby or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There are exciting things happening.
You know what? You really ought to come to visit us.
Yeah.
Before you do this.
Yeah, why don't you come and visit us? I'd love to. Oh, and by the way, first of all, let me thank you for calling in. I've always wanted to help someone who was about to jump from a bridge.
What do you mean you won't come down to the studio?
What? I work nights. That would be impossible.
You can get to the bridge at this time, but you can't get to the show?
No, because today that's it. You know what I'm saying?
What is it, Fafa Foley?
Dominic Barber just called and just asked the guy one favor.
What?
Could he say before he dies that Dominic is his lawyer and the bridge is unsafe?
Yeah, hello?
Yeah, this is, I'm a friend of yours, by the way. The police are here. They got him handcuffed now.
They got him in handcuffs? Good. That's all I was doing. Once again, I kept him on the line until he jumped.
You did. I was listening.
I'm good.
And the lady stopped and we got him.
Oh, I'm a hero. Call the newspapers, Gary. Call the newspapers immediately.
Tomorrow's headline.
Tomorrow's headline.
Actually,
Howard Stern saves jumper.
Take care.
Hey, who is this? Hello?
Take care.
Hey, let me talk to you. Let me talk to you. Don't disconnect the line.
Okay.
Okay, tell me what's going on now.
The police are taking him into the car.
Let me talk to the cops.
I don't think you realize stuff. Yeah, the cops are asking me to hang out here.
Yeah, I'm a witness. Let me talk to the cops. Quickly, this is my moment. I've been waiting 20 years for this.
We begged people to turn themselves in.
Howard, I'm a fat woman. I put my arms around him and held on for life.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, this is the fat broad. Hey, listen, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
I am a hero, aren't I?
You are a hero. I put my arms about that guy, put a grip vice until the police came. They handcuffed him.
Oh, what? No kidding.
They're taking him away.
Hey, honey, don't try to steal my thunder. I am the guy who kept him on the phone.
Howard, you're our savior.
Yeah. Now, let me tell you how I work this, Robin. Through humor.
Yeah.
You know, I threw in a little bit of some cone pone. What is that called? Corn pone. I threw in a little bit of homey humor.
I wish you knew what it was when you're throwing.
If you noticed, I kept the guy laughing every once in a while.
You know what? He told me he loves you. He said you were the only reason. And I'm glad he talked about the helicopter because that's how I spotted him.
Yes.
And then the other guy. We have traffic blocked. There are 6 police cars here.
You know what I would love? A photo op with me and the wife and the kids who are now not fatherless because I stepped in. Now, that's a beautiful shot.
Officer DeJesus said, you, Howard.
No, that's De Jesus, honey. But you're right, it is De Jesus. We shouldn't be forced to learn those names. I'm with you on that.
Howard, thank you very much.
Let me talk to Officer De Jesus.
Wait.
Howard, how you doing?
Officer, how are you?
Okay, thanks for speaking to him for a while. You know, we were on our way. We were listening to you on the radio, and we just started flying over to the bridge and pick him up.
By the way, officer, would you consider me a hero?
You're definitely a hero.
Is there some kind of citation that you give to citizens who do things like this?
When someone does a heroic act like me, who talks people down from a bridge, can I receive a special citation from the mayor? Hello? Hello? Yes. I'm saying. I hate these cell phones.
Officer DeJesus.
Officer DeJesus.
Howard.
Yes.
Howard.
Yes.
How you doing?
How you doing?
The guy that stopped.
Who is this?
This is the guy that pulled over and
Yeah, let me ask you something. Ask the cops if I'm eligible for some sort of, some citation.
Hey, Howard, guess what? I'm a friend of Celeste.
Oh, you are a
friend? Does that make me eligible to be on your show?
What?
Does that make me eligible to be on your show? Her and my mother went to school together.
Could you climb over that little railing?
Yeah. What about you jumping? Sir, would you jump off the bridge and kill yourself?
Not today.
Not today?
No.
There's some people... The people you want to kill themselves won't. Let me speak to that Officer DeJesus.
He's busy taking our information. There's about 400 cops here and rescue people and everybody else.
Ask the cops if there's any chance for financial remuneration for a hero.
Hold on.
Hey, don't keep that guy's phone either. That's my phone.
Howard.
Yes. Who is this?
Good job.
Who is this?
This a police officer from the 3-3 in
Yes. Let me say something, officer. Thank you for stepping in. What I tried to do, officer, was, I'm trying to give my statement, please. What I am trying to say is I kept this gentleman on the phone. I knew what to do.
Yeah, we knew what you were doing. We were listening and getting here as fast as we could.
Exactly. By engaging him in conversation, I saved another human's life. This is my Christmas present to all of the world.
Yeah.
Saving human life.
Well, you did a good job.
Am I eligible for some sort? Can the officers come down here and take pictures with me if I set up a photo opportunity?
Well, I'll tell you what. When you get off today, why don't you come up to the 3-3?
Yes.
165th in Amsterdam.
And try to get this guy's wife and kids to stand next to me in the picture with the mayor.
You're going to go to 165th in Amsterdam?
No, not in your life.
Oh, come on. There's a lot of cops there.
Let me say something. We need more cops like you.
Well, we need more concerned citizens like you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Exactly. And I'll expect that citation, officer. Tell everybody how I handled it. Talk about the professionalism that I employed. Go ahead.
Oh, you were the best. You're out there. You kept this guy on the phone. He was a short young man.
All right.
And you kept him on the phone until we got there.
Exactly.
So that's what we need. Some more citizen involvement just to get people to be safe out there.
Have you ever seen another individual act so calm during a crisis like this?
No. You see, that goes to show what kind of a humanitarian you are.
Thank you, officer.
We would encourage all people who are considering this to call us first.
Yes. Now, you have the man under house arrest?
Well, what's going to happen is we're going to take him for some psychiatric evaluation. The Port Authority Police Department is handling the whole incident.
Excellent. Now, has he...
Do you think you ought to visit the man and have your picture taken?
Yes. Now, what do you think of that? Do you think I should go down and visit with him and bring photographers with me, or wait for the photographers to come up here with the family? What is it?
I'm not sure what you want. It's up to you what you want to do, really.
Yes. Well, I tell you what, officer. I need to know what hospital he'll be in case I want to have a photo opportunity.
All right, 1 second.
Gary, get the New York Post on the phone and the Daily News.
It's a little loud up here. We got a lot of going on. Hold on.
All right. Tell me what's going on, officer. Quickly. Hand the phone.
Right now, we're talking with the woman who stopped.
Yes.
And her name is Helen Marie Trimble.
Yes, Helen.
And that is the woman that stopped here and to help out and actually spoke to you on the phone.
Hey, she's no hero. I'm the hero.
No, yes, that's correct.
Right. I kept him on the phone. I didn't really need her help.
You got there first.
Yeah, I got there first. I don't want her
getting...
You
got there first.
Hey, let me talk to her.
Hold on for a
She's
second.
trying to steal your thunder.
If there's reporters down there, I'm going to shoot myself.
You're wonderful.
Yeah, and
Helen.
I do not want to read in the paper that you somehow stopped him from jumping. He was not jumping. I kept him from jumping.
He told me he was going to jump. You helped him, Howard.
Yeah, don't hang around there trying to get my credit. Don't you have to eat breakfast or something, Helen?
I didn't stop him, Howard. You did.
Well, exactly. I mean,
That's what you're supposed to say in all the interviews.
Right. Howard did it, not you.
Oh no, Howard, you did.
Right.
I was just an extension of you. That's all I was.
Thank you.
Me. You were the mentality.
No, you were not even the extension of me.
You know what? Because she's going to get to the reporters.
Yeah.
You have to tell her that she has to say your name in every answer to every question.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, Commissioner Stern was responsible for this.
You're damn right. It's a good thing I'm a part of the Pataki administration. This only looks good for my governor.
Howard, you should see what you did to traffic here.
Yeah, and let me tell you something.
Yeah, Commissioner of Traffic. What are you doing?
Helen, what are you wearing for the photo opportunity?
Oh, I'm just wearing a skirt and a blouse.
Yeah, well, that was brave of you because he could have taken you and thrown you right off the bridge.
I know he could have. But,
Yeah.
Howard, I knew that you did a great job.
I know what I'm doing.
I'm going to tell everybody what you did.
Oh, I know she's going to get all the credit. I know the press will give me no credit.
Her picture's going to be everywhere.
Stern,
yes.
Lieutenant Bleeker would like to talk to you.
This is the man. Let me speak to Lieutenant Bleeker. Robin, be quiet.
I'm sorry.
Just a minute.
I don't get any credit.
Here is my
I was talking
citation.
to the guy, too.
A hero.
Hello?
Yes.
Yes, Howard, this is Lieutenant Bleeker of the Port Authority Police Department.
Lieutenant, first of all, let me welcome you to the show, and I appreciate you being with us during this particular crisis that I've just finished handling.
Well, we wanted to thank you very much for helping avert a tragedy on the bridge.
Think nothing of it, officer. I must tell you that I consider myself a law-abiding citizen. I consider myself a hero now.
And it's all in a day's work.
It's all in a day's work. I don't consider myself a hero.
That's right.
Right. I don't consider myself a hero. Hey, Lieutenant, have you ever seen anybody handle a crisis with such calm and such professionalism?
Well, certainly not over the landline or cellular line at the time while the event was actually transpiring.
And that wasn't even a good connection.
Yes, and that was not a good connection. I was working with adversity. Let me say something, Lieutenant. My audience wants to know what's going on now. Where is the man that I saved? Where is the man I saved?
The man that you spoke with is in Port Authority police custody at this time.
I see. And he will be brought to a hospital?
Yes. We're going to have a psychological examination of the individual taken so that we know his state of mind and his physical condition.
Well, if you need me to testify in any way or to add to the... To what, Robin?
You want to give him an award. If you want to give me an award.
If you want to give me an award, I'm available, and certainly to pose with the family, I would do that.
Well, we appreciate it. I'll have my officers from the Port Authority contact your office. We did want to thank you very much for talking them down during a very tense situation.
Thank you, Lieutenant.
And as a Howard Stern fan over the years, I did appreciate the way that you handle yourself.
Thank you very much. I felt some pressure there, but I came through beautifully.
Were you scared at any moment?
Well, Robin, that's an interesting question. Lieutenant, as you know, in a crisis situation, many people do panic. I got to tell you something. While I was nervous, I kept my head about me. And I kind of feel like I've set a good example for the children of America. Thank you.
Well,
nothing throws me.
Right. Well, we do want to thank you for resolving what could have been a tragic situation. We do have the gentleman here with us. And as I did say, we're going to have him examined for...
Hey, put the phone on him. I want him to thank me personally.
I'm sorry. The traffic is such that we don't have an opportunity to do that, but we did want to thank you very much for resolving what could have been a very serious situation at the moment.
Lieutenant, you could offer the doctors this little piece to help the man in his recovery. As soon as he is much better, we'd love to have him on the show.
Yes, yes. That will give him something to live for. I am willing to do that.
Okay, well, we do thank you, and we'll certainly pass it along to the physician.
And, Lieutenant, watch those trucks. It's very dangerous out there.
It sounds very bad.
It sounds like a real mess.
Well, we do thank you very much for your help, and we'll look forward to speaking with you in the future.
Lieutenant, anytime the police need me, I am there.
Thank you.
Remember that.
Okay.
Maybe they ought to
I got to tell you something. The guy was so annoying. At one point, I was going to tell him to jump. But, all right. What?
Maybe they ought to put our number right there at the bridge.
Can you put my number at the bridge? Thank you.
Okay.
Have
a good day.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. That was Lieutenant...
Bleeker, I think.
Bleeker, accomplished man who has just called me a hero. And I'm embarrassed to be called a hero.
I see in the future that there'll be some photo opportunities with a citation or something from the Port Authority Police.
Let's see. Who should we call first?
But you can't even call because they're already calling us.
All right, now, tell me who's on the phone.
CBS TV already called.
Go ahead.
They said, did Howard just talk a guy off the bridge?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, go ahead.
And John's been getting a lot of phone calls. I think the Post called, a couple of papers called.
All right, I will need to immediately set up press opportunity.
In the meantime, you know who's out in our green room?
Who?
Who's thoroughly impressed with you?
Yes.
Actress Sally Kellerman. She walked in and she goes, did Howard talk that man off the bridge?
Ooh.
Oh, this is a good opportunity, isn't it, Howard? You never thought being a hero.
How does she look?
Could
She
work
looks
out
great.
that
Does she?
Yeah.
I bet you I could get to third base with her.
Now that you're a hero?
Yeah, she'll want to kiss me.
She looks really good.
Does she? I always had the hots for her.
I love that voice.
Yeah, that's so good.
I'm Sally Kellerman.
Well, wait a minute now. Is there anybody you want to give an exclusive interview to about this whole situation?
Yeah, Sally Kellerman.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, now hold it a second. We got to do this right.
No, you're right. You're right.
Hey, Sally's press savvy.
Well, maybe we want to discuss this with her.
Well,
and she can be in on the interview.
Maybe one of the ways to go is to announce, because what will happen is we're going to start getting a lot of calls. Maybe you can announce that at 9:15 or 9:30 this morning, you will allow limited press access to the studio to comment on it.
Now I will make a...
Penny Crone will be through the door in 10 seconds.
Yeah, Penny Crone.
She's sliding down the fire pole right now.
All right, what I would like to do, the press is already contacting us, so obviously the amount of press is overwhelming at this point. Because Sally is going to be here, Sally Kellerman, I must interview her. What is she plugging?
She got a new movie.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
Is she? What is she in?
That Robert Altman. I can't pronounce. Prêt-à-porter.
Good to see. Good to see. I'm glad she's not on the balls of her ass. I like her.
She should never be on the balls.
She was great in that movie with Rodney. Back to School.
Back to
I've
School,
watched that 500 times.
And she's an Academy Award nominee.
Well, big deal. Big deal. So, I'm a hero. Don't try to steal my thunder.
Being nominated for the Academy Award or saving a life?
Yes, please. All right, here's how I want to handle the press.
I just want to say I use my medical background to help us.
Oh, sit back. Just sit back.
Weren't you the one who asked him?
I talked the guy down. All right, here's the way it's going to be. I'll give you credit at the press conference. Yeah. Don't embarrass me at the press conference.
Was there a soul in this room that believed he was telling the truth till somebody picked up the phone?
No, I knew to treat it seriously.
I thought that was him honking his own horn.
Exactly.
All right, here we go.
If Jackie had gotten the phone,
here's what I want to say.
Gone by now.
You think you can get Lieutenant? What was that?
You haven't got the ball.
Can you get Lieutenant Bleeker down here for the press conference? We need some sort of officer.
Yeah, somebody in a uniform.
See if Lieutenant Bleeker will call you back. We got to get him down here with those other officers who were first on the scene.
What was the guy, Sergeant Jesus or something?
Yeah, and get Helen down here too. It'll give me an opportunity to look humble to the press. In other words, I'll look like a guy who, I want to give credit where, and I'm going to be humble, Robin. Now, here's how it's going to work in the press
The
conference.
mayor would like to congratulate.
Nah, come on, let's be serious. When we're at the press conference.
You got the clout.
You're the one who has to call me a hero, and then I'm going to say, oh, please, I am not a hero. I did what I had to do. I stepped forward as any good citizen would do. The fact that I acted calmly, the fact that I kept my head about me, the fact that blah, 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 blah. But you keep calling me a hero.
Any other person would do.
Right.
Howard, we're getting...
But be persistent.
I will.
No matter what I say.
You are a hero,
No, no matter how much I deny it.
You are.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Thank
You're
you.
a hero. Just get used to it.
All right, you got the part.
You know what else we ought to do?
I can act, Jackie.
We're getting a lot of requests for...
If Jackie had to do it, it'd be like, you are a hero.
You're not okay.
Okay. Oh, you don't want me to say anything? Okay.
We're getting a lot of requests for the tape, copy of the tape. Maybe we ought to get a little boombox, and you know how you sit there and play the tape like a 911 call?
Yes. Well, you'll play. I should be in the room when you play the tape. You can play the tape for the press ahead of time, and then I'll be introduced.
Ooh.
And then you'll say, and now the man who is a hero, and I'll go, please, first of all, I'm being called a hero by Gary and other people.
I'm not a hero.
I'm not a hero.
We're all heroes in the right circle.
Right. I'll be like Kathy Lee Gifford. You, Robin, then chime in and go, Howard, I believe you are a hero.
That
and I'll say,
incredible.
Right.
Of course you're a hero.
All right. Get pictures of Lindbergh, FDR, Lincoln. Put them up behind me. I'm serious. Stage this whole thing. I want this beautiful for tonight's news. This is what I've been waiting for. This is going to turn around my whole image. People are going to see me in a whole new light. No one can say anything bad about a hero.
We'll see.
Well, wait till you see how they can figure it out with you. They shouldn't.
Where's Ralph? Where's Ralph? My hair has to be done. Immediately.
And does he have something for you to wear? Are you in the right outfit?
Ralph, go out and buy me a jacket.
A Superman outfit.
Yeah, buy me a Superman outfit. Ralph, quickly, go get a Superman outfit.
Big H.
I know I'll ruin this by doing something stupid.
What do you want, man?
Do you think I should wear a Superman outfit?
No.
No, play it straight.
You're being
I look
humble.
good?
Humble.
You think I look good? How's my hair?
Fix it up. I'll fix it up a little bit first.
All right, let's call the press conference for 9:30.
All right.
Because we got to give the press an hour to get down here.
Yeah, everybody's calling. That's why
Who else is calling? Quickly tell me.
Well, Channel 11 wants to bring Michelle Lee, whatever.
The Chinese girl?
Yeah, Caroline. From Extra wants to come down.
Extra. That's a good show.
Yeah, she wants to come down. She's.
Block my camera, you retard. Ralph is right.
Sorry, Hero Stern.
Yeah, go ahead.
Anyway, so you want me to just tell them to come down at 9:30, or you want to talk to any of them now? And
Should I give anybody exclusive? No, I think I should save it for the press conference.
Are they coming with cameras? Well, you want cameras, right?
Yeah, I want cameras.
Yeah.
Can they get here in an hour?
I could find that out.
All right, find out. Find out how much... I don't want to be
sure
embarrassed.
they can.
If I hold a press conference, people got to be here.
Okay.
Helen's Coffee and Donuts.
Lie.
Find out who is available to come to a press conference in an hour. If not, I'm only going to give an exclusive to one or two people.
Okay.
All right? Well, quickly, somebody find things out. Somebody organize.
Yeah, that was great. That was amazing.
Of course it was amazing.
Unbelievable.
I saved people's lives. Get out of here.
First he makes people jump, and then he saves
Look at Ralph. He's looking at me differently now. I'm telling you, this has turned around my whole image.
But Jackie's perfectly right. You did save Ralph's life already.
Yeah. Yeah, Ralph would have been in the Bowery. I'm excited. Okay, let me take a break.
That was kind of exciting.
Of course, Robin.
I don't even, it's taking time to sink in.
Yes. But I'm a new man.
Life was actually saved by you.
And the guy had kids and a wife.
That's true. We should find out and give them a call.
It could have so easily gone the other way because at first I thought it was a fake call. I was going to tell the guy to jump and hang up on him. Thank God I hung in there.
This is the best Christmas ever.
Shut up.
If he had jumped, you'd have gotten the chair.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. They would have hauled me into court.
I would have said, I'll make an exception.
Ooh, I'm a hero. I'm a hero.
Yeah.
All right. Everybody calm down. All right. I'm going to take a break. We're going to set up the press opportunity.
See, you're already saying you're a hero way too much. Are you going to
No.
remember?
Don't worry. Wait till the cameras are on. Watch me. Just watch. You want to see acting?
Can you weep?
Can you weep?
I'll be quiet.
Weep. I did what I had to do.
All right. This is a big moment. We have to make sure that everything is in place for the big moment.
That's right. We don't get this opportunity often.
All right, let's take a break. Everyone calm down. Obviously, this is great.
You know what?
This will be making the news. This will be on the wire.
This could even make the FCC
turn around.
Pay attention. Yeah.
Hey, maybe he's a dick and he says vagina way too much, but he did save a guy's life.
That's socially redeeming right there. That's all you need to do.
I bet you when Sally Kellerman walks in, she's going to be all over me like a cheap suit.
I can't wait to see. Yeah, when you see her, this is the first time she's going to meet a hero in person.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if when the press is here, if you should have a cellular phone in case you get calls to congratulate you.
Yeah.
Or other suicide calls.
Yeah, I have to be a 24-hour watch. Hey, if anybody else feels like killing themselves, feel free.
Don't forget.
feel free to call.
Yeah.
Can I plug my TV shot during the press
shut up,
conference?
Jackie Puppet. All right, we're going to take a break. Prepare for the press conference. Sally Kellerman's here. She's promoting this new movie, but more importantly, I'll probably rip her clothes off now. What is it?
Remember our old friend, I don't know if you know, but we have a very good friend, Congressman Serrano. You've spoken to him on the air.
Yes.
He said as soon as Congress goes back into session, he's going to put in for an award for you.
Ooh.
Sort of an award.
He's a great congressman, that guy. How did he win re-election?
It slipped by. We didn't know.
Yeah. Who voted him in? Well, he's a great man. Tell Congressman Serrano I appreciate that. See, I'm being recognized already.
Excellent.
He said, am I hearing correctly? Did Howard save a life? I said, that's exactly what you heard.
That is correct, Congressman. I wish we could get Congressman Serrano down here.
And the people at Shadow Traffic were complaining that guy just really wreaked havoc on the bridge with traffic.
Yeah, big deal.
I can't believe that.
Big deal. Shadow Traffic. Those skeeves. I just saved a life.
Yeah, hurry up and jump and get off the bridge so traffic can
Hey,
keep
there's
going.
a 30-minute delay now.
Hey, what's going on with the press? Tell me where we're
nothing
at.
yet so far.
All right,
Channel 2 is going to be here.
Yeah.
Current Affairs is going to be here.
Right.
Extra's going to be here.
Now we have a guy from Rescue 911 who wants to do like a little
Rescue 911?
He's actually on the phone. You want me to put him through?
Let me speak to Rescue 911.
Hey, maybe this is your... is somebody going to reenact you in the TV show?
No, I want to play myself.
Then it would be your acting debut.
Yes. Ooh, Rescue 911, huh?
And that's not on any Paramount network.
Let me take a break. I got to take a commercial break.
That's not a real network.
We got to get Sally in here. And we got to get the guy.
We don't want to forget her in our friends.
Listen.
Get you recognized.
I didn't know this was going to happen. All right, hold on. We'll be back right after these words. Those of you just tuning in, I am people are calling me a hero. I'm denying it.
You know what?
Yes.
We have to run that piece of tape off.
Yes, we're going to do that now.
Call.
There's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of people calling in to congratulate me.
So that we can remind people throughout the day of what a hero you are.
Ralph just came in and said Sally Kellerman's really sexy. With that voice and the whole...
And the eye contact.
Yeah. Well, bring her in. She's going to want to congratulate me that I'm a hero.
Drinks you in.
Let her drink me in. This is very exciting. As a matter of fact, we're holding a press conference at 9:30. There has been such overwhelming demand for interviews with me because of what has happened here. In case you're just tuning in, a man threatened to jump off a bridge. He was about to jump off the bridge, and I saved his... Oh, Sally. Nice body on you.
He's already forgotten what he did.
Ooh, maybe I'm not. Maybe I should salute you.
Well, I don't know. Maybe I should be saluting you.
Here, get close to that microphone. Don't be afraid.
Yeah, she's sitting way back.
Yeah, don't be afraid to get close. Nothing. That voice. Get close to it. Why are you afraid? Because I'm a hero?
Well, you've thrown me off. You know, I'm becoming a hero this morning.
Yeah. You were prepared for that a-hole that used to sit here. Now all of a sudden you've got a hero interviewing you.
Yeah, I had a whole speech, all ready for you. But
you look damn good.
Well, thank you, Howard. You don't look bad yourself.
She's the original Hot Lips.
From the movie MASH.
Yeah. You were the real Hot Lips.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then, what's her name?
What's her name? Hula something.
Houlihan.
No.
Well, Howard...
Loretta Swit.
Loretta Swit. Ugh.
You don't like to hear her name, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
A little jealousy going on? Can't handle it?
I saw a little reaction there.
No, she's very nice.
Sally was like, I don't want to do TV. I don't want to be on MASH and TV. I was already in the movie.
I'm a movie star.
I'm a movie star. I don't do television MASH. That's not going to work.
That's beneath me, and it'll never make a good series.
Say it. Say you hate her.
Oh, Howard.
It's true, isn't it?
Bug off, babe. I mean,
you hate her.
No, I actually don't hate her.
Who was the better Hot Lips, you or her? I'll tell you who I think, but you answer.
Well, you
what
know
is
the answer to that, but I mean, that's beside the point.
No, the answer is you, of course.
Now listen, guys.
Yeah.
I came in here, I kind of copped out, unlike you who, just says anything you want. I'm kind of a wuss in certain areas, and certainly in relation to you,
Oh, please.
Whether, do you like Howard or don't you like Howard? And then I find myself giggling once a day. You kind of saved yourself, with this heroic kind of
Well,
deal.
there's always
Very
something
funny.
like that every
But
5 or 6 years.
I was perusing your book last night. And it was interesting how, inventive and creative and beginning you were. But on the other hand, how shocked I was at how cruel you can be. And I didn't realize that.
Oh, please. I'm the worst son of a bitch on the planet, but not today.
Not today.
There's a whole new Howard. What is it, Papa
Foley? I was
Foley?
going to give a speech about, cruelty and life, how difficult life is
come
for
on,
everybody.
Sally.
But after saving the guy's life...
I saved the guy's life today. Why don't you lighten up?
I'm sorry to interrupt, Sally, but representing the 16th Congressional District on the phone is Congressman Serrano.
Oh, excuse me for 1 second, Sally.
No,
this is going to get Sally.
time,
No, this is going to get Sally hot. Watch this. Just watch. Be a part of the action. Hello, Congressman.
How are you, Howard?
Congressman, I am in a deep discussion with Sally Kellerman, a renowned actress, Academy Award nominee, but I feel it's necessary to interrupt when a congressman calls in. Is there something you would like to say?
Yes, Howard. First of all, I am sorry to interrupt the conversation with Howard. I was enjoying myself.
Yes.
But I wanted to tell you two quick things. First of all, to congratulate and to thank you for your act of heroism.
Thank you.
On behalf of the
Was that
people
guy
of our
from your
city.
district?
Was that guy from your district, Congressman?
I don't know. I haven't asked him yet.
You guys sound like brothers.
We could very well be.
Well, let me just say, Congressman.
Here's what I want to do for you, Howard.
Go
First
ahead.
of all, immediately you will be awarded from my office a certificate of merit for your actions. And come January, in the congressional record, the whole incident will be put forth for the history of the Republic. This record does not disappear.
Right.
And I'm very serious. This was something you did which I think, first of all, should make the FCC take a second look at you.
Yes.
And not see you in the dumb way that they always look at you.
May I ask a question? I don't mean to interrupt you, Congressman, but I do have interviews to get to. Does this award come with some sort of medal or something I can wear?
No, it doesn't come with a medal. It's a simple certificate.
All right.
I'm sure it will look very good on your wall.
Very nice.
There's lots of room in here.
Oh, that's excellent. Let me...
the certificate, the congressional
Let me ask you something, Congressman. Why is it that these actresses aren't overwhelmed in a hero's presence and they don't slide their hand down a hero's pants?
Well, I think
treat him to a massage.
That's something I'm sure you can handle
therapeutic
very well.
massage. Yeah, I'll negotiate that myself, Congressman. I won't embarrass you with sexual talk. Let me say something, Congressman.
It's interesting that he says he's going to put you in the congressional record because so far only bad things have been in that record about you.
Congressman, Robin is right. And Sally, please listen to me when I say this, and I mean this from my bottom of my heart. Congress has not been kind to me over the years. Things have been written in the congressional record about me. That will last forever. And
that's right.
It's not the kind of thing you want your kids to read. So I must say that, Congressman Serrano, you have been there. You've been a supporter. I want to thank you. To call me a hero, I'm embarrassed. I don't...
But you are a hero, Howard.
Oh, Robin.
You are a hero.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I'm embarrassed. I was doing what I knew I had to do as a citizen, and I just want to say...
You're just lucky the battery...
Sally wants to plug a movie. She's giving me a look like she's ready to shoot me.
Yeah, great to hear from you, Congressman. But
hold on, please. This is a bare moment, Sally. You're part of history. But let me just say something. I'm embarrassed today because, quite frankly, it just occurred to me I can't even spell Serrano. I don't even know what that means. But I'm going to look into... Congressman, I want to thank you. I know you're sincere when you say this.
Yes.
Of course, it wasn't necessary, but I will accept the certificate as soon as you present it.
It will be presented to you, and as I said, the congressional record will have your name in a positive way for the rest of the Republic.
Thank you, Congressman.
Thank you, Congressman.
You are my hero.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
That is the great Congressman Serrano, wherever the hell he's from.
I think it's Puerto Rico.
You got a great chest on you, Sally.
Oh, Howard, thank you so much.
No bra today, huh?
Turquoise sweater. I didn't want to let
no
you
bra.
down.
Just no bra.
Yeah.
I see that.
Oh, thanks, Howard. Now,
Want to hug a hero? Before you get to your movie, you want to hug a hero?
No,
Why? Why can't you hug me hello? What's the big deal? You know you want to. You have to hug Rodney in those movies. You can certainly hug me.
Right.
How gross was that hugging Rodney? I love Rodney.
Oh,
but...
I love Rodney, too.
Yeah, but it had to be weird, huh?
Oh, no, you did that.
What'd you think about when you did that?
Did he come on to you? Did he want to sleep with you? Because he was single at the time.
Absolutely not. You think I'm Rodney's type? Absolutely not. I asked him to dinner once. I said, well, Rodney, I'd love you to come up and meet the kids, and he looked at me like with his face, the look on his face like, do I have to?
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
The last place on earth he wanted to be was at dinner at my house.
Sally, what is this? Obviously, you're anxious to plug the movie. You're excited about it.
No, I am actually excited.
I understand that you're excited about it, but something very rare happened here. Sometimes it's time to put aside what your personal thing is and to say, Howard, this is an exciting moment. Hold on a second. Now, wait a second. This is a radio program that doesn't allow foul language.
I see. Forgive me.
You're saying that I'm mean?
No, just some stuff in the book.
Oh, like what? Name one thing.
I don't want to
name it.
I'm not going to
tell me what you think is cruel, because I'm an honest man. I tell the truth the way it is.
It's the Kathy Lee Gifford stuff.
No, you
Kathy Lee Gifford is a... You think Kathy Lee...
The way you see, I don't know Kathy Lee Gifford, but I'm not going to talk about.
What do you think of Kathy Lee Gifford?
I'm going to talk about.
She's a creep, right? You know that she's full of it.
Absolutely, I don't know anything about her.
Oh, my son watches Bible tapes. Oh, so excuse me, what? Something wrong with me?
Listen, I'm not going to encourage this because that's the part I don't like.
Want to grab a hero's ass?
No, I liked you this morning. I thought you guys did handle this very well.
You're damn right. I saved a man's life. Let me say something. And this is what I'm going to say at the press conference, Sally, and then we'll get to your movie.
Save it. We'll get to the movie.
No, you forget your movie. I'm sick of your movie. I'm not going to go see your movie now. But listen to me. No, I'm just kidding. What is going on? Sally, I never predicted you would be a problem. I'm hitting the button. She's using the F word.
You know, when she does those commercials, she never does anything.
You'll never get another commercial again.
Oh, my gosh.
You are a sexy woman. You have a way of... And that voice.
Yeah, let's
talk normal. Let me hear what you really
I'll say you and Robin said something so funny one morning when I was on the show before I came on. The one time I heard something funny. Are
you wearing underwear?
Anyway, you said...
You're not wearing a bra. Your breasts look so free. Oh, come on. What is the big deal?
I got to tell you something funny. You said you think her husband gets tired of hearing her talk. Like every morning I got up and went, hello, darling. Like I talk.
Well, you do. Like that's an affected voice a little bit. That really is.
Oh, no, it is.
Let me say something.
Howard, listen.
Did you ever work topless? Would you ever be nude in a movie?
Hey, baby.
Would you?
Didn't you see MASH? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right. You're in the shower.
And I did this new Robert Altman film. It's called...
Let me just say what I'm going to say at the press conference.
Will you say
before
that,
you go.
Then we're going to talk
okay,
about
yes.
Because I promised that I would talk about this, and I am excited.
Keep your panties on. Let me talk. Let me say something. I plan to say this at the press conference today, where I'm being given a hero's welcome.
And you don't want to give it away now? Don't you want to wait and
I forget what I was going to say.
Talk more to me. Where is Congressman Serrano?
No. Serrano. How dare you? Now, let me just say something. I want to say that the man's life that I saved today, and let's not belittle what I've done here.
You're supposed to be humble.
No, but this is before the press. When in front of the press, I will be. You got to understand something. We don't know who this man was. This could be the guy who invents a cure for AIDS. This could be the guy who invents a cure for cancer.
Yeah, go on.
This could be a great scientist, a man who accomplishes great artwork. We don't know who we saved today. Probably this man.
You never know what purpose he was here to serve.
Aside from the fact that he's a father and a husband, and there are children who would have been orphaned if I had not stepped in and done this.
And a wife who would have been widowed.
This could be a future war hero. This could be anybody. This could be a great man.
You know.
Or
I'm like you know what I'm like? You know what I'm like?
Again, father, some other great person.
That's right. You know what? I've done God's work.
Boy,
and let me
Sally,
say something. And let me just say one more thing, Sally.
Yeah.
I am like an orphan who looks for his parents and goes, I bet you my mother's famous and my father. That's how I look at this guy.
I see.
I'm hopeful. All right, Sally, now plug your movie. Come here and hug me.
I'm just thinking,
come here and hug me.
I don't know whether this guy was for real or not. And
he was.
Does it matter?
No, I'm just
why don't you rain on my parade?
No, I'm not raining on your parade.
Have you ever saved anyone's life? Have you ever saved anyone's life?
No, I haven't.
Oh, so jealous?
Oh,
yeah.
Why didn't he call in while Sally was
aside
here?
from this whole speech you just
his
gave,
suicide.
I did think you handled it very, very well.
Yes, I did, and his suicide might have caused copycat suicides.
Hey guys, but yeah.
All right, let me hear this movie, Robert Altman. Let me hear about this. Go ahead. You don't want to hug me?
Okay,
fine.
Now, listen.
Let me kiss you.
Listen, I'm definitely.
Do you kiss anyone in this movie?
Well, you guys have to come see it. I do have a little something with Stephen Ray, who's darling.
Stephen Ray. Who's that?
Crying Game.
He was the Crying Game.
Was he the guy with the penis?
No, he was the guy who kissed the guy with the penis.
Oh, you kissed him? Oh, and you won't kiss me.
I can't say what I did, but he was great.
I'm 20 times better looking than him.
But now listen. Well, it's.
Are you wearing underpants? Can I ask?
You know, you can. Well, you can ask me that, but I got to talk about Pret-a-Porter that is now called Ready to Wear.
Pret-a-Porter.
They're changing the name.
Yes, it's a French. They're changing it, you know, so that we
Listen
Americans
to your voice.
can
It's so
understand.
sexy. I do things to your mouth you wouldn't even know it hit you.
And this
Pret-a-Porter. Pret-a-Porter.
Pret-a-Porter, ready to wear, guys. For you Americans who don't speak French, it's ready to wear, and it's Sophia Loren, myself, Marcello Mastroianni.
Who are your friends?
Kim Bassinger, Julia Roberts.
You hang out with Kim Bassinger?
I don't hang out with her, but I like her very much. You know what I mean?
Who was I?
And her husband's very darling.
Who was I mean to in my book?
You were mean to people that I like.
Like who?
And I'm not
Who do you
say
like?
I don't want
Tell me
to
who it is.
again and for you to say something else.
I want to know. Let me hear what I did that
But,
was mean.
You know,
Name one thing that I
you're
did.
so successful
I'm trying to
now,
think who
people
she might
adore
like.
you and stuff like that. You know what I mean? You could be such an uplifting.
Well,
humorist, you know
people
what
will
I'm
tune
saying?
in for that. Like I have more. Like everyone thinks that I'm capable of uplifting people.
Well,
I don't have that.
We're capable of it.
that
I'm
your
just saying
act could be
perhaps you
different.
work on
I always felt that you had to be real on the air.
She's never played a bad character in a movie.
Of course. But I'm not playing a character. I'm being honest
But
about
it's
my
not
emotions.
The point is that at times she has taken on roles that have been less than
pure. I have.
Yeah.
You know,
how
yes,
dare
I
you
have.
point
It's
the finger at me?
No, you know, I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? When I come on here, my friend, my darling girl who cuts my hair, Mary Ellen Kay. Hey.
Yeah.
Jose Ebert.
You go to
adore
that
you.
guy?
Adore you.
Oh,
I adore
the guy
you.
with that hat and that big
Is
ponytail?
that hair attached to that hat?
I have no idea. To me, I don't
That guy's
even
got
see the
some
hat.
great scam going. He's
This
like,
is a great guy.
you look bad. I will fix you.
Anyway, Mary Ellen adores you, and I promised that I would tell that, and I said, Mary Ellen, I'll say that, and then I won't say all the other people.
Have I seen one?
Wait a minute. Have you seen his? He's got an infomercial out now.
Who, Jose Ebert?
Yes, it's some kind of
Jose, we're
fake,
getting some publicity here, babe.
some fake hair that you're on a comb or something. You just slap it on your head.
Yeah, so you can look like a douche.
I'm going to need that. You won't need that, Howard.
Let me tell you
because
something.
You have the hair.
Well, you have hair too, baby.
I do.
Are you a natural blonde?
Of course.
So you're blonde all over.
Yeah. Oh.
You're a sexy woman. You're a
Thanks
sexy
so
woman.
much.
And you know, you know.
In such pain. How did we get you here?
Oh, come on.
I don't know.
I can't believe you showed up.
I can't either.
Come give me a hug.
I can't either.
Give me a hug.
I can't give you a hug. There's
Come on.
cups and
Take off your
microphones.
stupid headphones and come on over here. Come on over and let's hug.
Guys, I can't, because...
Let's get physical. Let me see what shoes you wear.
Don't think of all the people, that are low
Show me
to
your
you
feet.
that I'm letting down if I come
Let me
on
see your
and hug you.
shoes. Let me see your shoes.
Oh, I got great new shoes.
Let me see.
Now, they're 10.5, so don't
Let's see.
hold yourself.
Oh, I want you in heels. I want you in heels.
And those socks, I always wear white socks. I always feel that's kind of my
I bet you're an animal in bed.
Oh, Howard.
Are you?
Oh, yeah.
All right, tell me about this movie because I got to go do my press conference.
This movie is
Go
like
ahead.
about the fashion industry. We shot it in Paris, almost 3 months in Paris. It was incredible,
What's it
incredible
rated?
experience, and I don't know.
Is it an R?
I don't know, but it's wonderful, and there's a lot of new.
He's a good director, right?
He's a great director.
Of course
He's a master, and this movie is it's fantastic. You will love it.
How do you know that?
Full of,
Why will I love it?
Because it's just so original and
When's it
it's
come
a
out?
farce.
Does it come out
and
Friday?
I think this is Bob. It comes out Christmas Day.
And it's about the fashion industry, so there's models in it?
Yeah, there's every famous
Oh, then I'll go
model,
see
and
it.
there's- Yeah.
Oh, I'll see
and
that.
there's a and you'll see it because you want to see me, because I know you've always been crazy about me.
Yeah, I like your
Even
voice.
though I'm ambivalent about you.
Howard, I want to have sex. Howard, I need it so bad.
God.
I need you.
Howard, now, when I read...
What's the commercial you
When I
do?
read some of this book, I said, my God, this guy's actually intelligent and,
Of course, I'm a bright. Oh, all right, come over here. I'm going to spank you.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to spank you.
Sorry, guys. I'm
If
from
you use
San
the F
Fernando,
word.
You know what I mean?
All right,
But
a moron,
moron
yes.
can be cruel. A moron can be mean. It doesn't take anything to be mean.
I am not mean and cruel. I tell the truth.
Oh, no, you tell your truth. You don't
I tell the truth.
Who else can he tell?
Whose else's truth am I supposed to
Well,
tell?
yeah, but I mean, you gotta... Yeah,
Let me hear you say something positive. It's not so easy,
I
is
didn't
it?
say I could do it.
All right, okay.
You should shape up,
I like you.
No, well
I like that you don't like me.
She's feisty.
I appreciate that, Howard, and I'm sorry about the
Do you hate
I
anyone?
wanted all my fans to think I was so pure.
Do
but-
you hate anyone? Let me ask you a question. Be honest for a second. Do you hate? Forget the show
sometimes
business
I'm
crap.
too much of a schmuck to be hating people. I don't know. I should probably hate some people, but I don't think.
Who
I
do you hate in show business? You'd hate people in show business, but you won't be honest and say it.
I don't think I do. I
Yes,
swear
you
to
do.
God.
You do. You've met people who have been real jerks to you.
There are people that I think are.
Elliot
jerks,
Gould is a
but-
jerk, right?
Oh,
Tell the truth.
I adore Elliot.
That's a lie.
It's not a lie.
Was he difficult to work with?
Oh, he and Don were as mean to me as anything they could in the old days. But we were very close friends.
Oh, you hated him then?
You hated him then?
I had a crush on him then. I didn't hate him now. They just tortured me. You know, I'm just this kind of big fat thing in a uniform.
There are people that you despise, except I'm honest about it. I talk about it.
I just can't think of anybody. I'm one of those people, what's your favorite song? I can't think of a song I know.
Unfortunately,
I can't think of anybody.
Unfortunately, I can think of everybody.
I know.
So that's my problem.
That is unfortunate.
Yes, there are people I hate. I admit that. There are people that make me sick to my stomach.
Yeah, but I'm wondering why you have to waste your time.
Because it's important to me. This is not a waste of time to me. This is my vendetta against the world for treating me cruelly. My parents treated me cruelly. I grew up in an all-black neighborhood and was beaten on a daily basis. Girls rejected me. Girls rejected me on a regular basis, and this is my payback to the world.
Yeah.
Right, Robin?
Relax.
That's
you
what
got a
you
hit
say,
show. You know everybody's crazy.
Who cares?
What, is he supposed to change now? This is what got him here.
This is what I've been waiting for, to release my anger on New York and all the rest of the country.
Just think now how thrilling it would be if you woke up every morning. Hello, everyone.
All right, here's yeah, I'll listen to that.
I wouldn't know who I was talking to.
Give me the bottom line on your movie, because obviously you're anxious to sell tickets. Now let me just say something.
All right,
you're saying
Pret-a-Porter, and it's filled with Julia Roberts, Tim Robbins.
Let me sell this to my audience. I know how to sell movies better than
you
do.
Go ahead, yeah.
What you're saying, I think, through all this bull crap, we are saying that this is a movie where there are many supermodels. So there's
a
sexy
lot of superstars.
Forget the superstars. There are supermodels. There are supermodels.
Yeah, all of them. Yeah.
Name some of them, like Elle McPherson.
I don't know who that is, but
Cindy Crawford.
Linda Evangelista.
Linda Evangelista.
Yeah, is that it? And I'm not as on top of the names, but yeah, all those.
And what are these bimbos doing in there?
They're doing their modeling thing. They're strutting up and down the runway.
Live in the runway.
Are these models dumb? I mean, did you speak to them? Tell me how dumb and vapid they were.
I think they all smoke. That was the thing that was surprising to me.
But tell me the truth.
They were standing in those beautiful dresses, getting their makeup on, every one of them.
Could you believe how empty-headed they were?
Howard.
Plenty of room for smoke. Plenty of room for smoke.
Lots of room.
Perfect smoking vessel.
That's why they smoke. They're completely empty up top.
I didn't speak to every one of them, but I'll tell you this.
How much of the movie?
The ones who are successful are smart.
How much of the movie is in the dressing room where the girls change? Be honest. Is it really seriously?
A lot of dressing. Honey, there's something, I don't want to tip my mitt, but there's something that you are going to love so much. There's so much, just enough nudity and breasts for you. And
there's the best endorsement of all. Vagina. Ooh.
Oh, now that's new.
On that base level. Then there's going to be all the excitement of going to see all those fabulous models, and then there's all those great talents like Sophia and myself.
I will recommend to my audience to go see it.
Tim Robbins and Julia Roberts and Kim Basinger.
Oh, yeah? Kim Basinger?
Yeah, I'm telling you. And who else? Marcello Mastroianni.
I don't like him.
He's speaking in 3 languages. Oh, he's a clown. He's a doll. And this is a farce. This is Robert Altman's, métier, man.
Wait, don't oversell. You're pushing hard now. I understand what you're saying.
For our audience, you have to explain métier.
Yeah, we don't like métier and Mastroianni. My audience don't know from that.
Ready to wear here, but you know what I mean? It's the first film I've been in. It's the first time I've worked with Bob in about 15 years, and he and I have a nice connection.
You did MASH together. He has his credentials. You have your credentials. You're a good actress. The movie that you were in with Rodney Dangerfield called Back to School is a classic. It is a classic. Much as we view the W.C. Fields movies now and see them as classic, that movie will be the classic Rodney Dangerfield film, and it will be Sally's great moment in history. That will be the film, not MASH. You will be remembered for that film, always. Do you understand what I just said?
Yeah, I do.
You do? Oh, you admit you do?
No. I heard what you said. I didn't admit that.
Did Rodney get aroused during your love scenes? Tell the truth.
Well, the truth. I
the
don't
truth
know.
Is yes, isn't
it? They cut to the dogs, you know what I mean?
All right, you're much too kind. I want to thank Sally Kellerman for coming in here today. It was brave of her because she shakes in my presence.
Yeah, she's a hero, too.
You're just as brave as me.
No, and you guys, actually,
Now, come hug me goodbye. Come on, hug me goodbye. Come on, hug me goodbye. What? This is crazy not to hug.
It's going to cost me. Oh,
come on, no. Just come on over and give me a hug. Let me feel your body.
Spreading a little love. You want
Come over here. Take the headphones off.
That's right.
I wanted him to be loved.
You don't keep your body in that kind of shape not to hug a guy. Come over here. Come on, I'm a good-looking guy, too. Come on over and give me a hug. I want to feel my chest against your unbroad breast. Come here.
You just ran her away.
No, come over here. I just want to push up against you. Come on over.
I can't believe it. I'm so weak, you know what I mean?
Come here. Can I hug you? Come here. Come here. Look at this. Do we look good together or what, baby? Come here. Come on. Don't run away so quick.
She wants to get away.
What are you doing? You smell good. Let me smell you.
She had a friction jump.
I've never seen a face like that on a woman while she's hugging a man.
What are you doing? You turned off?
No, I think you're
really horny for me. Thank you. Watch it, Sally.
You believe I did?
Boy, I never saw anybody almost vomit during a hug.
I'm telling you.
I'm your métier. Whatever that is. Come on, how'd that feel when you hugged me? Tell me there was a
very
certain...
nice sweater, you know.
Was there something animal going on there?
Clean as a whistle, you know.
That's what you think.
I had lots of garlic last night.
I had diarrhea last night.
What?
See, how did I get?
What did you say? I didn't even hear
When she said I was clean as a whistle, I told her I had diarrhea.
Now, see, if I wasn't such a wuss, you know, I either sat here or I'd have gone over and hugged you, but instead I kind of go over and like...
Yeah, why don't you give me a good hug? Why don't you just go for it?
I wasn't going to go. I wasn't.
Should have grabbed my ass.
I should have said, absolutely, I won't give you a hug.
Come over here again and grab my ass.
Wait a minute. She keeps talking to you about you spreading love, and she won't love you.
Forget that. I'm looking at her chest.
That's it. That is.
You were completely excited. I can see through your sweater. I see through your sweater you're excited from hugging me. I can see it. I can see it. It's as plain as the writing on that wall. Yeah, it's a hot morning, and you are looking like it's freezing in here. Tell me you didn't get aroused. I'm a hero. All right, listen, Sally.
You are a hero. Today.
Sally.
Yeah.
I really do want to thank you for coming in. I'll look forward to the movie, the new Robert Altman movie. It is called La Pitié.
No,
Ready to wear.
Or ready to wear.
They made a slight alteration, they said, and they've changed it to ready to wear.
And I want to thank you for hugging me.
Hey, my pleasure.
I appreciated it.
Oh, thanks.
Well, I'd appreciate it more if you grabbed my ass. When we come back, Robin, we're about a half hour away from press conference time, where I'm being greeted by the press. Obviously, some excitement happened here. Sally heard it. Many people did not get to hear it. Just repeating the latest information. I saved a man's life this morning. And the press is coming to interview me. Legitimately saved the man's life.
You could have said it a number of ways, Howard, but that was the most self-serving.
Well, I believe in getting to the point. Stay tuned. We'll be replaying the tape. The press will be interviewing me, and we have many plans. There are people calling in to congratulate me, and let's go see Sally Kellerman's movie. Thank you. Too much excitement.
You just threw Fred for a loop.
I don't care what I threw him for. What is it?
On our telephone line, Senator Al D'Amato.
Oh, excuse me for a second, Robin.
I wonder if he knows. Why is he going?
He knows.
Senator?
Congratulations.
Thank you, Senator.
What are you trying to do, take Dr. Ruth's job?
Well, come on.
You're saving people. You're now going to have a psychiatric half hour where everyone calls you and tells you, help me, help me.
Senator, I'm a little embarrassed about what has gone on, that people are now calling me a hero and saving...
I think it's great.
It's a little embarrassing, but
is there anything you can do with it?
Is there anything you can say about...
In your own mind, you are definitely a hero.
How about I do the comedy and you do the political speech? Well, Senator, is there anything you'd like to say to me now that I've saved someone's life?
Thank you, God.
I mean, you always believed in me.
Hear that one?
Senator, you've always believed in me. You've always felt that there was more to... You even said to the FCC, hey, Stern's doing a lot of good things. Doesn't this embarrass the FCC now because they're still after me, that here I have saved a man's life?
Well, let me ask you, are they still after you?
Of course they are.
No.
Yeah, they're still fining us over $2 million.
It doesn't even matter what the courts say. They still come after us.
Oh, that ridiculous. They're still...
Yes.
You're going to win, though, you see.
Yeah, win. I'll win, all right.
They're probably embarrassed, and they should stop it.
Right.
Really. It's probably too big a gesture for them to say.
Yeah, they can't say they were wrong.
We started this stuff, but we really were out of line. What we did before is something we're willing to put aside.
I was hoping the senator was going to get on and make a big deal that I was a hero.
Yeah, I mean, isn't there something you could, like, isn't the Senate, someplace where you can do something?
Can you enter into the record?
I get your point.
Thank you.
Here is this person that you've been after, and here he is. He's able, through reaching so many people, that this distraught soul reaches out to him and he saves them, you see?
Right.
So you may not like him, but there are people that listen and people who do like him. And
what's the senator talking about?
Where are you going to say this?
About tolerance.
Senator, you got to say this somewhere.
I will.
You got to say this on the floor of the Senate.
Well, now you've never told me how to say it. You've always left it to me. Right?
No.
We're going to tell you how.
But I'm now a hero. I saved someone's life. He almost jumped off a bridge.
I think it's fabulous.
Thank you. That's all I want.
I mean, that's one of your constituents.
Yeah.
I
I saved one of your constituents. The guy voted for you.
Well, let me find out
how he voted.
How he voted.
I want to speak to him, Curtis.
Senator, thank you for calling in.
No. Listen,
I wanted to
first
just...
of all, happy holiday.
Thank you very much. Same to you.
Are we going to Albany together?
I'm thinking about it.
Am I going to have the privilege of driving in that? You have a big limo, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Driver, right?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Oh, Howard drives it himself.
Yeah.
No.
I was thinking of going in your limo, actually. No, Senator...
Are we going up there inaugural day? Do you know?
I would like to go.
I was wondering if you had heard anything.
I mean, you talk to Pataki and find out if he really wants me there. I don't know. I might be too much of an embarrassment.
Did you get your invitation yet?
No, I didn't. They're just making the plans. As a matter of fact, last night they had this event to raise money for the inaugural event, donations, etc. And so they are putting it together. It is on New Year's Day, so that's kind of a rough one.
Yeah, I don't know if I can make that.
Boy,
I know my dad really wants to go to the inauguration. He's got a real hard on for that.
Yeah, but you party so much on New Year's. I don't know if
Yeah, I know. I might be up late. I was thinking of having a party, actually.
I won't be here. That's when you would have a party.
What a soul you are in person.
Hey, we could have a good limo ride up there. Me, you, my father. I'll get a few strippers. Man, we'll have fun.
Remember that lady your papa likes?
The what?
You know that lady your papa likes?
Yeah, right.
Does he
Get
still
her.
like her?
Yeah, sure he does.
Yeah.
What's her name again, Robin?
Oh, geez.
You remember she was at the book party? And
My father has a real...
Only for her.
Sally Kirkland.
Yeah, Sally Kirkland.
That's it.
Hey, Senator, thanks. I got plans to make. I'm going to go do a press conference now. The press is clamoring for me to make a statement.
Listen, good being with you.
Thank you, Senator.
Take care now.
That's
Bye,
the great
Rob.
Senator
Bye-bye.
D'Amato. Who just...
I was going to compliment him on how clever he is. He's not often cited for what a brilliant man he is.
Yeah, don't compliment him. He didn't compliment me on being a hero.
I know. That's why I didn't do it.
Good. Hey, listen, here's what's going on. Hey, what happened to Rescue 911?
I don't know. You have to ask John. He was the one who ran in saying they were on the phone. Do you think he was duped?
Who isn't that? Isn't that William Shatner's show?
Yes.
Rescue 911. It started out as nothing more than a typical Wednesday morning in New York. All of a sudden, a despondent man on the George Washington Bridge contemplates suicide. As he stared down at the icy December waters of the Hudson, he uses a cellular phone to issue a last desperate plea for help. Fortunately, that cry went out to none other than radio's Howard Stern. The brave, quick-thinking Stern then talked the caller out of taking his own life. This is Rescue 911. Howard Stern, a true hero, and I am TV's William Shatner. I am very, very wealthy. I am a director. I am a voiceover. I do everything.
What is it?
I have to interrupt again. Rescue 911 was bogus.
Oh, okay.
But on our phone is former mayor of New York, Edward Koch.
Oh.
Ah.
Mr. Mayor, by now I understand that you have heard the news of what happened here on the radio.
I did.
And I'll allow you to, of course...
Who is this?
Is this really the mayor?
I'm the old mayor, the one they threw out.
No, you're the mayor.
No, I mean...
that is the mayor.
No, there have been two mayors after me.
Oh, it is him.
Yeah, it is him.
Yes,
what, do you think it was a fake?
Now, I am calling because Howard Stern, who is at the other end of this phone, has now become a national hero.
Thank you.
Right, it's wonderful.
It's true. I'm having in fact, the press is all over it. I saved the guy from killing himself.
I really don't think you're going to be able to pull off this humble act. Every time somebody says you are a hero, you say, of course.
Well, he is.
Let me say something, Mr. Mayor. You've embarrassed me by calling in like this impromptu.
No, it's not an embarrassment. You are entitled to deference from every single person, particularly radio hosts, who don't do a quarter of the job that you do, and I haven't saved anybody in days.
Is it great? Listen, let me say something. Isn't it the greatest honor under God's great domain to save another human being's life?
Well, there is a Jewish saying. You're Jewish, right, Howard?
Half Jewish.
Half Jewish, okay.
Yes.
There's a saying that if you save one life, it's like saving the whole world. That's a Jewish saying.
Wow.
So you saved the whole world this morning.
Let me say something. I am embarrassed by the accolades I have received today. I am not a hero. Let me just say something, Mr. Mayor, seriously.
It was something anybody would have done?
It was something that anyone would have done. The fact that I acted with such calm and reserve and thought clearly through the crisis, I compliment myself hardly for that because I was born with that gift.
Let me ask you this. Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Howard, let me ask you something.
Yes.
Since I don't know the background, why was the guy up there? What is he, a wacko?
This was a man. No, not a wacko. This was a man working.
I'm shocked that you should say that.
Yes, Mr. Mayor. This is, although they did drag him off to the funny farm.
Yeah.
No, Mr. Mayor, this was a man who called in, a young man with a wife, children. He has a job. Life became unbearable for him. He saw no reason to live. It was becoming a desperate situation. And I'm sure tonight all over the news you will see me as I do this rescue.
Well, I wanted to read to you something. This is over the New York Metro News AP Wire.
The Associated Press. Go ahead. Yes.
Port Authority officials say police grabbed a man who threatened to jump from the George Washington Bridge this morning while he talked to Howard Stern on live radio.
That's correct.
You know, Howard, we could turn this into a movie.
What do you mean, we, white man?
Well,
I have my own movie.
What we could do is, you're calling him, and I'm alerting all the talk hosts around the country, and then we come running over to the bridge, 10,000 of us, and say, Howard, you are our leader. What can we do to help?
Well, let me tell you something. When I heard he was jumping, I first thought it was Cuomo's campaign manager. But listen, no political humor for the mayor. Yes.
You might have said Cuomo.
Right. It could have been him.
That's true.
But let me say something.
Wait a minute. Let me just also read to you that listeners say the shock jock calmed the would-be jumper and seemingly kept him from jumping.
Yes. Seemingly. They can't give me the full credit.
What was the one line that you think was your best line to him?
Well, let me say something, Mr. Mayor.
Yeah.
I in fact, one second, the mayor has asked a question, Robin.
I'm sorry, I have to interrupt you one more time just to read you the final line of the story.
Yeah.
Stern called a news conference for later this morning to discuss the incident.
Yes. Now, let me say something, Mr. Mayor.
Yeah.
You asked me what particular line.
The one line. Yeah.
It wasn't one particular line. It was my sense of humor that kept him alive.
Oh, good.
By keeping him laughing, by keeping him engaged. In fact, I didn't sit there and preach to him about how great life was.
Yeah.
I used humor.
Listen, humor will save the world. How come you can't use humor with the FCC members? Why are they on your rear end?
Because they have no sense of humor.
So they should be replaced.
Of course, Mr. Mayor, and you've always been there for me. And let me say, you were the greatest mayor that ever was.
You say I was the greatest. I would never say that.
Well, you've complimented me. I compliment you. Thank you so much, Mr. Mayor.
Oh, good luck, Howard.
Good luck with you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. That is the great Mayor Koch, who I believe was the greatest mayor that ever ran New York City.
Well, nobody's been able to hold on to the job as long as he has.
That's right.
Had it. I thought that was funny. That usually heroes don't call news conferences.
Right.
I just thought that was interesting.
Well, that's a bad spin on it. I got to get my publicity man on that.
It says here, it's such a funny little item. Stern said later in the show that he indeed saved the man's life.
No humility.
No humility whatsoever.
What is it, Papa Foley?
I just want to give you a small smattering of the press that is in attendance.
All right, go ahead.
Channel 11.
Thank you.
Channel 2.
Yes.
Channel 5.
Right.
New York Post. Daily News. There's a freelance video person who, distributes to different places.
Understood.
But I think my favorite person that's out there is Steve Dunleavy and A Current Affair.
Very good. Finally.
The great Steve Dunleavy.
Well, he is an important man.
They sent their star reporter.
Thank you. Well, that is very exciting. I'm just glad I acted with grace and calm.
Now, glad that you had the gifts and talent to keep this man on the phone.
Because of this great moment in history, I will release to the press, I'm working on releasing to the press, the video of me saving this guy.
The
video?
Yeah, because we have e-cameras in here.
What we're going to do is we're going to start the press conference off with showing a small clip of that video before you come out. There's a TV screen for them to watch.
Now you're talking.
Now let me tell you who else should be in attendance.
Go ahead.
Helen, the woman who was also on the bridge.
Thank you.
Doesn't she have anything to do?
Please, Robin.
She's a big fan of the show.
Go ahead.
And also, with any luck, I hope to have the arresting officer.
Are you saying the lieutenant or the arresting officer?
Both.
Wow.
Both the lieutenant and the arresting officer.
Baba Booey out there working.
See if they can quickly draw up some kind of plaque or something.
Well, there's a guy already who does who saw the whole thing.
Yes.
And he says he does sketches for the courtroom. So he said, do we want to sketch it? I said, you can have it here by 9:30. Sketch away.
Absolutely. Sketches would be great.
So we're probably looking at around a 9:40 start on the press conference.
Bring in a goddamn hunk of the bridge if you can. All right, very good. Oh, this is going to be some press conference. This will be my shining moment.
Well, this will be the first time people won't attack you.
Here already.
Right away.
Here is various faxes. God bless you, Howard. If it were not for that man having so much respect for you and your opinion, this man would now be dead. You are truly a hero.
That's from?
That's from King of All Messengers. Let's see. Dear Howard, why did you save that spick? Oh, Jesus. No, that's not right. This guy was a joke. He wrote Daniel Carver. So. All right. Howard, nice going, a-hole. Some commissioner of traffic you turned out to be. If you wanted to keep it flowing, you should have let him jump right away.
Shadow.
I knew there'd be a backlash.
There's always a backlash. Howard, I wish you were holding his hand when he jumped. Signed, Frank Gifford. Not really, Frank Gifford, I'm sure. All right. Well, Robin, let me take a break, and then I'll prepare for
Is it time?
Well, it is getting close to press conference time.
Within the next 20 minutes, the only thing holding us back is we're waiting for some of the other players in this drama to, to show up.
Okay.
What about the print media?
Well, I told you New York Post and Daily News are out there.
I see. No New York Times?
Not yet.
Interesting. Well, at least the tabloid press accepts me.
And I understand that Extra is also sending a crew.
Is that correct?
Yeah. Where's E.T.?
Hopefully Extra can get that on by tonight, 7:30. This media blitz will be truly my greatest accomplishment. You know what you have to do during the press conference. We don't need to rehearse, do we?
I'm ready. I hope that you give me a chance.
I will. I know. I'll be so busy congratulating myself, I won't give you a chance.
That's right. I won't get to congratulate you.
We almost...
And Jackie, I think this goes without saying, you keep quiet during the press conference.
Me? Achoo! I saved him. Achoo!
All right, we'll be back right after these words. Yes, Papa Fooey?
Not only is our lobby now filled with media, but the woman who was on the bridge has arrived.
Would you like to meet her before the press conference, Howard?
I thought that...
you know what? She needs a little direction. She said she'll do anything for you. She just
all right, get her in here real quick.
What you want to talk about.
All right, let's review what's going to happen because we're minutes away from the press conference.
This is Helen, Howard.
All right,
Are the officers here?
Are the officers here yet?
No.
Are they coming?
Supposedly, we'll give them 10 more minutes.
Well, we should really get the press conference going.
Yeah, how long do you want this to last?
I told the press like 9:40, so they're cool.
Okay. Get that Helen in here, and I'll get everyone whipped into shape. Now, Robin, let's get our signals straight.
All right.
Fafa Fooey's going to go out and make a briefest statement to the press.
To announce you.
To announce me. Fred's working on that now because Fafa Fooey can't be trusted on his own.
Never let him speak extemporaneously.
And Jackie, Fred can't be trusted, so you look it over. All right. Anyway, come on in, Helen. There she is, Helen.
Well, hi, Helen.
Hi, Helen. Good to see you. You're lovely. You are. You're a nice woman, and you handled yourself beautifully. Grace under fire, I call that.
Thank you.
All right. Now, let me just hold on a second. Here's the way I see the press conference going. Don't be nervous.
She seems more nervous now than when she saved the guy's life.
No. I saved the guy's life. She assisted.
Okay. I'm sorry. I was shaken.
Helen, believe me, there's no way he could have escaped from you. I could see that. You're very strong. You look very powerful.
There was no way he was jumping at that point.
I'm a former hooker in rugby, so he wasn't going anywhere.
Is that right?
Yeah.
You're a former hooker?
In rugby.
Oh, in rugby. Oh, okay. Anyway. Listen to me, Helen. Just you relax, calm down, get used to the situation now being in the media spotlight.
Take a few deep breaths.
I've been in the media spotlight for 20 years. You have to learn to get used to it. Now, here's the way it goes. Fafa Fooey makes a brief statement to the press, calling me a hero. Then Fafa Fooey will introduce a 2-minute video clip of me saving the guy's life.
Ooh, very nice.
What will be seen in that video is me talking the guy down from the bridge and then the daring tackle that Helen put on him and the police. Then after that, Gary will then say, and now in person, blah, 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 the man of the hour, the whole thing. Howard Stern. I walk out. Helen will be there. You, of course, Robin, will be there. Now, when we walk out, I will say, of course, a couple of statements, and then I'll say, some people are calling me a hero, and then all of a sudden I'll say, listen, I'm no hero, and then that's your cue to go, oh, yes, you are
a hero.
Right, let's rehearse this. And by the way, members of the press, some are calling me a hero. I am no hero.
Howard, you are a hero.
No, don't say that. You're embarrassing me.
You saved a man's life. That makes you a hero.
Okay, very good. Okay. Obviously, you're a professional. You know what you're doing. Helen's the wild card here. So during my discourse on the events that happened, I will say, by the way, I'd like to introduce Helen. Helen, give me your full name.
Trimble, Trimble.
What are you doing?
I have to find a place to write it down. My notes are so full of statements that I need to... Gary, write down the following name. Helen Trimble. What? Trimble. So he'll write down Helen Trumbull. What?
I don't know what the hell. Remember I came in here and I listed, that media that was out there?
Yeah.
Well, I blinked and they multiplied by 3.
They're like tribbles.
If there's more people that were here than for either of the governor press conferences.
Wow.
Really?
Oh, this is exciting.
You know why? This is a big media expert said this is a big story on 2 counts. First of all, it really is a Christmas story. A guy despondent at the holidays, of all the people in the world to choose to call, he chooses you.
Right.
And then the other big story is that all these police and everybody and Helen are listening to this radio show. If this
and
show
they
isn't,
all come.
if this show isn't so huge, you know, in other words, this show is like one big community. Everyone was listening.
Nice spin. Incorporate that into your speech.
Okay.
Yeah,
It'll look tacky if I say it. It'll look tacky if I say it. Now, Helen, here's the deal. When I introduce you and say that this woman was listening to me, big fan of the show, and she immediately, at great risk to herself, went over to the guy. She didn't know what kind of guy it was going to be, but because he was a fellow Howard Stern fan, she went over to assist. At that point, you say, look, I got my courage from Howard. I don't want to hear you saying something like, you stopped him.
No, I. We don't want to hear a lot of
we don't want to hear a lot of Helen Trimble, because I'll haul you right out of here.
I won't.
All right, you got to say that Howard has inspired me for years. Talk about the effect the show has had on your life. Talk about the fact that you only see positive in the show. You don't know where all these naysayers are coming from. You consider me a heroic individual. Anything that comes to mind. Let me rehearse, okay? Ladies and gentlemen of the press, Helen Trimble is with us. She is the woman who first stopped her car at great risk to herself because she didn't know what kind of person this was, who was standing on the bridge, and she went over to see if she could assist. Helen, a few words to the press, if you would.
Oh, Howard. Do I
No, you're addressing the press, not to me. Okay. If you want to address me, it's fine, but you can call me a hero, and I will again deny it. Go ahead.
For many years, I've listened to the Howard Stern show, and it's always inspired me with humor, with his sensitivity, with his forthright honesty. Mm-hmm. And the small conversation that I had with the man today was he felt that Howard was the only one that he could talk to that would give him would help him maintain.
All right. I'm going to stop you right now.
Okay.
I'm going to stop you right now. You're trying to do too much. As a lawyer would tell you in a deposition, the fewer words, the better. You handle yourself like this. Howard's a hero. I love the Howard Stern show, and I would have gone out and helped anyone that Howard said needed help. Boom. End of statement. You're out of there. You're beautiful.
Oh, okay.
Try it again, and now from the top.
Okay. Howard is a hero and was a big hero today. I love the Howard Stern show, and I would help anyone. And I would help anyone
who was a Howard Stern.
Who was a Howard Stern fan.
Good.
Okay. I got it.
Practice that over and over in your head and try not to be nervous. You can talk slow. It's okay, all right? As long as you get the sentiment out. But don't get caught up with a lot of words.
Okay.
As long as the word Howard and hero are in the same sentence, you got no problem with me.
Okay.
All right?
You should say something like, I don't know why this man called me, but I'm glad he did. Yeah.
Oh, I got, don't worry. Believe me, I ain't stopping with that. And Robin, if there's anything I leave out, you can jump in.
All right. But you should really do, I don't know why I was lucky enough to be the guy.
Right. Somebody doll Helen up, fix the hair, and get the makeup going.
Ralph to work on
Ralph, work on Helen. Why don't you looking your best out there, okay?
Okay.
All right. What you did was very brave, but I got to downplay it out there. You understand?
I know.
All right, I got to get. This is my moment in the sun.
Even when I was going to suggest something here.
Yes.
Even when you hand the microphone to Helen, Helen should grab you. So to get strength from you.
Oh, Helen should puke.
No.
And then, can you make yourself vomit?
Would you stop that?
Oh, that would be beautiful.
She
If she starts choking, I'll save her.
I might cry.
Hold on to you for
Would you cry there?
Yeah, I'm probably going to cry if I talk about it.
Love it.
I cried the whole drive to my job. I didn't even get to my job.
Oh,
today.
say that.
That's why
now you're talking.
I'm telling you she needs to hold on to you. She might be crying.
Hold on to me, and if you're going to cry, this is the time to do it. I will owe you the rest of my life. If you cry on camera, I will do things for you that you won't even know could happen to you.
You saw this man's face. This was very real. This was a normal man, not a street gun. He was a normal, clean-cut guy.
Good.
And in his eyes, the desperation and the feeling of...
This is what you got to say.
This is how you've got to talk.
I don't know.
Hold it. I see tears. Stop. If you do the tears now, I'm lost.
Don't let her do it here.
All right, let's just say this, please. Hold that thought. Scott Einziger for me. Close-ups, close-ups, close-ups. The 3 C's of crying. I want those tears glistening. If I don't see tears, you're fired.
But Howard, this is real.
I'm a strong hero. I'm like John Wayne. Just be quiet, Robin. That's a bad suggestion.
I mean, you could cry when Helen starts to cry.
All right. I might comfort you, okay? If I comfort you, I'm going to be taking liberties with you, all right?
Okay.
All right. You cry. You consider yourself... My new videotape, half price.
All right.
I might even be making an announcement that I found about 1,500 of the New Year's videotapes.
Still lying around?
I still have them lying around. I might just put them on sale real quick, a fire sale at 1-800-52-STERN. I might even make that announcement. I'll work that in if you start crying. Believe me, you will be a friend of the show. You cry. You understand?
All right.
All right. I don't want to force you to do anything, but if you can make that happen, yeah, do whatever you have to do. What?
The
Are
media,
we ready?
The media
media's ready?
No, they're understanding, but a little impatient, but they understand. So we're waiting for what's called a malt box. That way everyone can get the feed.
Yes.
It'll be here any minute. They know that.
All right, let me take
and
a
as soon
break.
As it gets here, as soon as they're plugged in, we're ready to go.
Good. So let me take a break now.
This is getting to be big.
Yeah, Robin, just hold on. Look at this press thing that just came out. This is AP, okay? Radio personality Howard Stern helped prevent a suicide today. Port Authority officials in New York say a man threatening to jump off the GWB was grabbed by police as he spoke with Stern on the radio. A Port Authority spokesperson says the man drove onto the bridge, then dialed Stern on his cellular phone and said he was going to jump off. As Stern's audience listened, Stern calmed him, seemingly keeping him from jumping. About 30 Port Authority and city police arrived at the bridge during the conversation. And the man was taken to it, and somebody ripped off the No, we don't have the rest of it.
Yeah. Oh. But that's incredible. It's in the news that you saved a life.
Yes. You know what? We keep getting phone calls that the officers say they're en route, but I have no way of knowing who's who.
Well, when the malt box comes, I suppose
we have to start. We'll have to start.
If hopefully, the police officers come, we'll usher them to the scene.
Hopefully they'll be here, because that would look awesome. You, my dear, are the key to this whole thing. Ooh. The way you were just talking about describing what was going on, that's what we want.
You've got to remember the look in his eyes and everything.
I won't forget that for the rest of my life.
All right. Wait. She's starting to cry. Hold it. Get her out of here and someone calm her down. Data. Listen, I'm going to put you in another room.
Okay.
We'll let you get your makeup together and everything. Once you look.
Can we get you anything? You need anything?
No, I'm fine, thank you.
Right.
You need an onion?
No, thank you.
All right. We're going to take a break. Helen, calm down. I don't want you getting too comfortable with all this, because then you won't cry. Gotta have tears. Thank you. The morning has been wild. All of the press is out there, as you can hear. Let me see if I... Oh, that's not it.
Oh, I saw.
You saw what was going on out there?
It's huge.
How do I look? Do I look handsome?
Yes, absolutely. You've got the right specs on and everything.
Yeah.
Your hair's looking good.
Thank you. Do I look like a hero?
But you're going to be... I don't even know if there's room for you in this press conference.
Really? It's that packed?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, here comes Fafa Fooey. Fafa Fooey, you're supposed to be out there. I'm going to introduce you.
Yeah, except I can't hear you.
Oh, you can't?
No, so I'm going to go out there now.
Go out there and start.
Okay.
All right. Here goes Fafa Fooey. The press is out there. Here, Penny Crone. Her voice
shatters
everyone.
As soon as she heard this, wherever she was going, she turned around.
Shattering.
What?
We get people to point at it.
All right, we're going to listen to Gary start the press conference. I'm being hailed as a hero.
Is this your music?
Yeah.
No Gary.
I'm trying to get that Mariah Carey song about a hero to be introduced to the press. All right, here goes Gary. He's going to be introducing the video clip.
It's hard to get through that crowd.
Right, here goes Gary. You can't even get through.
I know. It's very difficult.
Yes.
We're starting in less than 60 seconds.
Any day. I'm a hero.
It's not like we do this every day.
We threw this. It's impromptu. We threw it together quickly.
We can't talk to him, so he's out there floundering. I guess there's some problem he can't start.
I think they're hooking up a malt box, which will enable the press to get an entire feed. This is the most press that has ever been attracted to a Howard Stern press conference.
I think you attracted the same kind of a crowd that was at the Denise Brown press conference yesterday.
By the way, I will be not taking any OJ questions during this particular
Howard,
press
I'm ready to begin. I just don't know if anybody's listening to me.
No one is. Here he goes. Yes, go ahead.
Are we ready?
Yes. He can't. I told him to just go out and start.
No.
I told him to go start. So what does he do? He's waiting for a signal. Big dope. Why doesn't he jump off a bridge? What kind of signal? Gary, go yell at him to start.
You mean Jackie?
I mean Jackie. Whatever your name is.
What's that?
Gary's mic.
Jackie's taking questions.
Are we ready?
Tell Gary his mic sucks.
Ladies and gentlemen, and Steve Dunleavy. This morning something extraordinary happened to my Wolf. He saved a man from jumping off of a bridge. This shameless act makes him one of the most courageous, calm, under fire people I know. First, you will get to view my Wolf being calm under adversity. Through a video presentation, you will see my Wolf courage firsthand. Then, after the tape, a short statement and brief Q&A. And now, my Wolf in action.
Good. Nice delivery.
Watch this monitor.
Here it is.
What's your first name? Give me a name.
I'm known by Prince. What's up?
All right, your name is Prince, or you were formerly known as Prince?
Yes, there you go.
All right, you are Prince?
Yeah.
Listen, Prince, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
You see me?
Yeah.
You haven't jumped yet.
Let me tell you something. You might think life's a bed of roses for me or someone like that, but it's not.
You gotta wait till my book comes out. How
Yeah, let me tell you what you got to look forward to. You ready, Prince?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Robin's book.
Right.
I've got a couple of things planned, movie-wise.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, I'm going to revolutionize the way you look at entertainment.
Yeah, you're not gonna see Howard's movie.
And if you got any interest? Like, you interested in anything?
Now the cops are here.
So what? Ignore that. If you got turned on to anything in life, like you had a little hobby or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There are exciting things happening.
You know what? You really ought to come to visit us.
Yeah.
Before you do this.
Yeah, why don't you come and visit us? I'd love to. Oh, and by the way, first of all, let me thank you for calling in. I've always wanted to help someone who was about to jump from a bridge.
What do you mean you won't come down to the studio?
What? I work nights. That would be impossible.
You can get to the bridge at this time, but you can't get to the show?
No, because today that's it. You know what I'm saying?
What is it, Papa Foley?
Dominic Barber just called and just asked the guy one favor.
What?
Could he say before he dies that Dominic is his lawyer and the bridge is unsafe?
Yeah, hello?
Yeah, this is, I'm a friend of yours, by the way. The police are here. They got him handcuffed now.
They got him in handcuffs? Good.
Yeah,
That's all I was doing. Once again, I kept him on the line until he jumped.
You did. I was listening.
Yeah, good.
And the lady stopped and we got him.
Oh, I'm a hero. Call the newspapers, Gary. Call the newspapers immediately.
Tomorrow's headline.
Tomorrow's headline.
Actually,
Howard Stern saves jumper.
Take care.
Okay. And now the man in person, the hero of the hour, the courageous, calm, brave and generous, heroist of heroes, my Wolf, Howard Stern.
Thank you. Microphone should be used here, Gifford. I want to make a brief statement before I answer any questions. I didn't know what kind of day it would be today. Every day I wake up in the morning, I prepare myself for work, I take a shower. I think every day I'm just coming in to entertain millions of people and make them laugh. But I have to tell you, something happened on my show today that was quite amazing. A man called me. I didn't know what kind of man he was. As the story began to unfold, I found that he was a Spanish gentleman, was down on his luck. He had a job, but he felt despondent. He was married with children. And here, in the spirit of the holidays of Christmas and Hanukkah, I listened to his story. I tried to remain cool and calm through the entire event and keep him on the phone until he could be stopped from killing himself. You know, today I'm reminded of an old Jewish phrase. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiratanu b'mitzvotav v'sivanu l'chagmekner shel Shabbat. And what does that mean? It means if someone can save one's life.
No, one life.
If someone... Thank you, Robin. If you could save one life, then you have saved the entire world. Ah, be quiet, Penny. Don't rain on my parade. I said no OJ questions and no statements. I'm going to point at you. I must tell you, when I read the book about John F. Kennedy and PT 109, I was quite impressed with Kennedy's bravery. And today I feel like a little bit like John Kennedy. Now I know how a cop feels when he walks into a crack den, or how a fireman feels pulling children from a smoke-filled building. I know how a doctor feels when he saves a gerbil from a gay man's buttocks.
Oh, Jesus.
I know more than I've ever known before. And in the past, some of you have accused me of being racist or something like this. But would a racist pluck a Spanish brother, a Spanish New Yorker, from a violent, wet, chilly death? Would a racist rescue a foreign brother from a suicide plunge that would have left his wife and 18 children and 45 relatives homeless? I ask you. I
I would have saved any New Yorker, whether he be a black man, a white man, a Jewish man, a Christian man. I would even save a Chinese man. Well, maybe not a Chinese man. I don't know. Of course I would. I would save anybody.
You've forgotten the Muslims.
I would save a Muslim. To my Muslim brothers, I say salam alaikum. Alaikum salam. Some have even had the nerve to call me a hero today, but I must tell you I'm uncomfortable with that term. I am not a hero.
Yes, you are, Howard. You saved a man's life. You've got to get used to the idea that you're a hero.
I'm not comfortable calling myself a hero, Robin. I did what any human being would do.
Not everyone does these kind of things. You're a hero.
Well, thank you for saying that. I'm embarrassed to hear it, but if you consider me a hero, fine. But
You're a hero to me.
Thank you. I extended a helping hand to a person in distress. Yes, I remained calm. Yes, I remained collected. Yes, I took control of the situation. But it was not heroic. By the way, before I open up the floor to questions, you've heard the tape of me saving this man's life. An artist was actually on hand to sketch what went on. This is an actual police artist who is a fan of the show. This is the gentleman calling me from the George Washington Bridge with his cellular phone. As you can see, I'm on the phone talking with him when a woman, and it is this woman named Helen Tribble. Trimble, whatever. Helen came running out of her car and tried to talk the man into coming off the bridge. And then finally, as you can see in this picture, this is the police coming and apprehending the man after I held on to this man and kept him from jumping. I'd like to address Helen right now. Helen, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of questions from the press, but tell us what happened.
What happened today, I was listening to your radio station, as I have for many years, and I heard this man talking, saying that he was looking at a police helicopter, and you said you made a plea to your fans, please come, my loyal fans, please come to my rescue. And I was looking on the bridge for a man talking on a cellular phone. He was easy to pick out, and he was standing just as that picture depicted, looking down in the water. And I stopped my car in the middle of the bridge, jumped out, and ran and put a hug on him. I got on the phone and spoke with you, and I held him there until his body, he was so despondent. It was terrifying. I'm still shaking from that. He was shaking, and he was talking to you, and then his face would lighten every once and laugh. I don't know what you were saying to him, but he would lighten up, and slowly he started to relax a little bit more, and then another one of your fans stopped. And
then demonstrate the hug on me. What kind of hug did you put on the man? As he held the phone, show us exactly what happened.
Well, at first I got him from behind and held him.
Yes. Yes.
He wasn't as tall as you.
I see.
And then I just stood there and held him.
I see.
He was shaking.
I see.
Probably,
and what did he look like?
He was Hispanic. He looked like a normal, all-American guy of Hispanic heritage.
Could you tell he was in distress?
Oh, yes.
So would you, in fact, say that it was my ability to make this man laugh that actually saved his life?
He told me that you were the only one that he felt could really help him in a straight and forthright, honest way. And it was amazing. The thing that stands out in my mind, he had a big cross on his neck. He said, not even my faith in God, he said, was enough. I needed to hear a voice that would talk back to me and give me the faith and courage to go on.
Wow.
Well, that is unbelievable. Let's take a moment to reflect on what Helen has just said. I think we all need to take a breath and think about it.
A moment of silence.
A moment of silence and collect our thoughts about how tremendous that statement just was. Would have been a lot better if you cried.
I was trying to get her there. She had to think about the look in his eyes. You stopped her.
No, she's very shook up. I'm going to sedate her later with some Prozac. If there are any questions now for myself or Helen.
One thing that we didn't point out was the community of listeners that came to this man's aid. Not only Helen, but other listeners were there. The cops who came to his rescue were listening on their radios to the show this morning and knew that there was a man in distress.
A lot of people have commented on the size of this audience that everyone on that bridge, in unison, was listening to the program. The cops. The helicopter reporters, everyone.
Stopping everyone, yelling out, Howard, is that Howard's man?
Is that right?
They blocked the whole bridge. The whole bridge was blocked both ways, yes.
I see. Is that a trend? Potential suicide victims always taking their cellular phone with them, Howard?
Well, I don't know. One can only hope that more suicide victims will call me, and I will get all of the credit.
I would never say this.
Go ahead, Penny.
I would never say this, and to respect, I know that the senators and congressmen and everybody called you today.
Thank you.
But there are some not I, who are saying this is a major scam, that this is a publicity stunt. Don't look at me like that.
Well, let me say something,
I
Penny.
will tell you one thing, too. Excuse me, Howard. There was no scam. This man was shaking, very upset, and distraught.
And you just jumped out of your car on your own.
I know you would never do that, Penny, because you don't care about people.
It's not that easy.
Penny's very selfish. Right.
It's not that easy to do because there's railings you have to. You vaulted the railings.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Penny, let me say something. First of all, I believe that would be a criminal offense to actually sit and stage something like this and use the police in that manner.
This was not staged. This was not staged at all. I'm going to work. I'm not even at my job today.
I assure you that I have never met Helen before. Only Howard Stern would be challenged in such a way.
Let Penny investigate. That's what she wants to do.
I invite you to do a full investigation, all right?
You said this has been a humbling experience. How long?
Excuse me, if I had set this up, Helen would have been a stripper. All right? Think about it.
Well, maybe it
go
works
ahead.
better this way.
Yes,
maybe
exactly.
maybe it's more believable.
Well, whatever you are a very evil person, Penny, and you have very evil thoughts.
See something devious in this.
Right. Obviously, you've not been made love to in a while. I'm sorry. Yes, let me recognize this woman, and then I will recognize you. Yes?
You've said this has been a humbling experience.
Where are you from?
Channel 11 News at 10.
No, that's your problem. Go ahead. All right, go ahead.
Well, you saved one of her brothers.
Why even bother showing up? No one's going to watch it. All right, go ahead.
How long can you stay so humble? You said this is such a humbling experience.
Well, let me just say I am uncomfortable being called a hero because to me, I guess you could say I do heroic acts every day. I just don't recognize them. This is other people calling me a hero. Isn't that right?
Will you be establishing a suicide hotline, possibly?
People have approached me on dealing with these topics in other ways. People have contacted me for public service announcements.
You're open to No Excuses Jeans endorsements for your foundation?
As a matter of fact, that is true. I'm thinking of linking up with No Excuses Jeans and see what else can happen with that. Yes?
Is there any truth to the rumor that you might make your video available again?
That is true. In honor of this occasion, I might reopen the line at 1-800-52-STERN. I found 1,500 additional videotapes that I could sell. Those are the last ones left, and I wanted to get rid of them. So in honor of this day, I would do that, yes.
Howard, your mind when you...
I'm sorry, wait a second. Where are you from, ma'am?
Hard copy.
Excuse me?
Hard copy.
Do they only hire Australians over there?
I'm from England.
Oh, you are? Okay, go ahead.
Can I ask you, Howard, what was going through your mind as you were talking to this man?
Well, I knew we had a serious situation. Once I determined that this truly was a jumper, I said I have to keep this man laughing. I knew through my own cunning I could do this. Knowing that he was a fan of the show, I quickly said to myself, Howard, keep this guy laughing. This is a guy who lives for your show. He lives to laugh. And through a series of jokes, I kept his spirits up. And in the back of my mind the whole time, I just kept thinking, I'll keep him laughing until the cops get there.
You know how long you were on?
I'm sorry, 1 second, Penny. You can't monopolize my party. What?
You know how long you were on with him?
I believe I was on with him for a period of...
Do you have the time?
It was somewhere between 4 and 7 minutes.
Somewhere between 4 and 7 minutes.
Howard, in relation here, I want to know, why did he choose you?
Well, I believe, we are the #1 radio show across the country. And the reason that it is the #1 radio show is because the show is so open and honest. And because the show has a meaningful message.
There's a heart there.
It reaches out to people.
But why you? What could you do for him that other people couldn't do?
Well, as Helen just said, God really did not answer this man's prayers. He needed a voice. He needed someone who, in place of God, someone he could think of who would make him laugh, who would make him feel like he needed to live. Through laughter, he knew I was the one man on the planet that could get him laughing again. That's why I believe he chose me.
Howard, I'm Caroline
It's a
from
higher
Extra.
authority than God. That's correct.
Howard, Caroline from Extra. Is it too
Caroline
late for
from
this?
where?
Extra.
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 Wow.
Is it too late for this incident to make it into your movie? And if so, who would play Helen? Who might play the jumper?
Well, I don't know if we would trivialize such an event.
There's a hard news show.
Yeah.
Your experience in Vietnam, your tours of duty, does it give you redemption for the villages?
I served my country. I never felt it was wrong to take out entire villages with my helicopter. I never saw any problem with that. I did what I had to do to win that war. And quite frankly, I did what I had to do today.
Can I ask a question? Do you think this... I'm not monopolizing. I'm asking a second question.
You are monopolizing, but go ahead, Penny.
This guy got up this morning, got a cell phone, got your phone number.
Some people do have cell phones.
Yeah, I know, but
I think
he might just have one in his car.
I think that a married man with children who, the only person we can go by is Helen. She says she saw the look on this man's face. This was a guy ready to go over the bridge.
And this is not a scam at all.
100% true, not a scam.
Any indication why he was doing this? a job.
He
had
said
a family.
that, to quote him, he said that he didn't really see a reason to go on. He had a wife, he had children, but he just felt like ending it all. And there's been other days where he felt like ending it all, but today it really got to him and he went out on the
It is
bridge.
the holiday season, which is often a high suicide time and depression time.
Yes, where are you from?
Noreen Lark from Channel 2.
Channel 2 News, yes.
How humble
Finally, a
is
real
this?
channel.
How humble is this, holding a major news conference after this very humbling event?
Well, so much of the press has demanded to speak with me after this. I said to Robin immediately after the event, I do not want to speak to the press.
But I urged him to do this.
I did it because I felt, as I am a member of the press, I feel that we are all brothers and sisters here, that if one of us steps out and does something courageous, we have a right to come forward and meet with the rest of the press and say what happened here.
Besides all that, you get denigrated by the press all the time. Why shouldn't you point out when you do something good?
As a matter of fact, I'm sure my brothers and sisters of the press will figure out a way to denigrate me over this.
Penny's already got her angle.
Yeah, Penny already's got me figured out. Yeah, go ahead.
You and Howard come on
I'm sorry? Where is this guy now? Right now, he is in police custody. He is going to be brought to a hospital for psychiatric evaluation. And that is all of the report that I received. Yes.
Howard come on the Maury Povich show tomorrow for an hour to talk about...
Let me tell you something. Not only will I not go on the Maury Povich show, I am recommending that Connie Chung not set foot on the Maury Povich show.
What would you...
Not highly rated enough.
You know, you talk to the guy on the phone. What about the cops that do this day in and day out and save lives, and they don't have the media, hard copy, a current affair, everybody show up, but you're such a star that you talk on the phone. You saved some guy from jumping.
Well, let me say something that I believe the police are very brave. I think the police in the city, yesterday we saw a funeral for a cop where a lot of the media actually ignored the fact that a cop was shot, and it was rather distasteful. My heroic acts have been ignored in the past as well. So, finally, I'm being recognized for a heroic act. I believe the police should be recognized as well, but that is your problem, not mine. You should be recognizing the police for their heroic acts. You're the ones, and the firemen, yes.
Do you feel any further obligation?
I'm sorry, wait a second. Can we get the microphone back there? It's hard to hear. Yes.
I'm Susanna. Do you feel any further obligation toward this man, or is now you're out of it?
Well, let's look at it this way. I don't know if they need me to step in. I'm thinking about stepping in. If it's up to the police and the psychiatric social workers to contact me and say that they need me involved in this, I would get involved further. Yes. I'm sorry?
Take him home.
Yeah, I'll take him home. I'd take you home. No, actually, I would take him home before I take you home, Steve. Be honest with you. But
Family members at all? Have you talked to anybody that's related to him at all?
I have. Have I been contacted by the wife or family?
We have somebody who claimed to be his brother, but I had no way of knowing that, so I just took his number and we'll contact him after the show.
I would suspect that the wife and family will want to come down and thank me for saving the father of these children. And the
But, of course, you don't want that.
Of course not. I am not looking for any... Thank you, Robin. I am not looking for any further accolades.
Were you surprised to hear from Koch and D'Amato this morning? Was that a surprise?
That really took me by surprise. One would almost think that I called them first and told them to call in, but, of course, that's only a suspicious mind like Penny. I must tell you, I was truly touched when the former mayor, a senator of the United States...
A congressman?
A Congressman Serrano, who is entering my name as a heroic, some sort of another, some kind of plaque or something. I was touched by all of the gratitude that the city has shown me and the state. Thank you. Is there any more questions? Are there any more questions?
Were you ever really afraid when you...
I'm sorry, where are you from?
From the New York Post.
Oh, the New York Post. Go ahead.
Were you ever really afraid once you realized that human life was hanging in the balance there?
Yes, you're right. There is some nervousness when one realizes that he must save a life. There is tremendous pressure on an individual when someone is pleading with you to give them a reason to live. Through my calm, through my collected way, I was able to keep my wits about me and, of course, save the day. Isn't that right, Robin?
It sounds like an accurate description.
I'm sorry?
When your contract runs out, will you become a cop?
No, I will not become a cop. I'm not brave enough. I'm a big pussy. Yes, go ahead.
What was the most emotional moment on the phone call for both him and yourself?
When I finally realized that this was a man who was in deep trouble. Something touched me. I don't know what it was. Some would call it God. Some would call it a life force. Some would even call it L. Ron Hubbard. Well, those people are insane. I don't believe L. Ron Hubbard is God. Do you? What did he say that touched me? When he said, yeah, he had a wife and kids. When he told me that, I felt really bad. I figured I had some single guy. Who cares if another single guy dies? But, you know, here he has a wife and kids who are responsible. And, you know. Yes.
To the media, Lieutenant Bleeker.
Lieutenant Bleeker, ladies and gentlemen.
Come on in, if you could please just...
Now we're talking.
Sit right there. The guy in the pink shirt,
Let me
please.
have that microphone.
I got it.
Papa Fui.
I got it.
Lieutenant, pleasure to meet you. I believe the lieutenant has a statement to make about today's events. Lieutenant Bleeker was one of the brave officers who was on the scene and took matters into his own hands after Helen subdued the man.
Yes, on behalf of the Port Authority Police, we wanted to thank Howard Stern for holding this gentleman on the telephone for as long as he had, enabling us to respond as promptly as we could to take the man into custody. Right now, the man seems to be very distraught. He's being examined as an emotionally disturbed person, and the doctors are going to give their scenario as to what exactly transpired and exactly why he wound up on the midspan of the George Washington Bridge this morning. But as a Howard Stern listener, we were able to immediately become aware of the phenomena. We were able to respond in kind and get this gentleman off his perch so that he could do no harm to himself or others. And to that end, we wanted to thank you very much for, assisting us through your radio station in removing this man from a very dangerous and hazardous predicament.
Lieutenant, I am pleased with what you have said. I want to say that I am always available to the police.
You don't deserve thanks.
I am always available to the police whenever they need to call on me, and I truly am gratified by your comments, but I do not deserve any thanks. I do not deserve any praise. I did what any good citizen should do.
Howard?
Yes,
I would like to ask a question to the Lieutenant. Could you please address Penny Crone's allegations that this entire incident was, in fact, a hoax?
Now, according to what we know at this moment, Penny, this appears to be a bona fide distraught individual who was utilizing a cellular phone, as odd as it might appear, to respond and let everyone know about his dire predicament and what he was about to do.
When you brought him into custody, though, what was he saying? What did he say to you?
Well, we spoke very briefly. Our key concern, obviously, was to get him off that perilous area. But
this lady here with him on hugging him on the perilous area?
And they appeared to be speaking. He was very distraught and appeared to be genuine at that time.
Did he say anything about Howard Stern or anything at all? Did he make any sense at all?
Well, we spoke with him, again, very briefly. We tried to diffuse the situation and render it as harmless as possible in the shortest amount of time.
Did he have a fight, or?
No, he seemed to come along rather passively once he realized that the responding officers...
Like mumbling Howard and foam coming out of his mouth?
Oh, boy.
No. That's you, Penny.
That's what you're thinking about me at night, Penny. The foam comes right out of the mouth.
Penny, I have to tell you that this man was very relieved when they put handcuffs on him. He did a sigh of relief. He called Howard because, let's face it, if you're going to kill yourself and you really do it, you're not going to tell anyone. You're just going to do it. And this man did not want to die. He wanted help. He wanted someone to listen to him. And
let's put it this way, Penny. As warped as I am, I would never even pull off a stunt like that. That would not be right.
This man was visibly distraught.
And the fact that, by the way, I've read the report that they were going to rename the bridge after me, and I would ask people not to do this. I don't want this kind of... the George Washington Bridge...
You would like to put a stop to that.
I want to put... As far as I know, it's a rumor, and if that's what the mayor wants to do, so be it. I can't stop it. But,
What's the gentleman saying to you?
He says, I've got to do it. He says, I'm going to jump, man. He kept saying, I'm going to jump, man.
Did he give any reason why he wanted to end his life?
He didn't tell me anything personally. He was speaking to Howard.
Yeah, I was able to... Listen,
well, I put a bear hug on him.
Let's be clear about it. I'm the true hero here, not Helen. I
was waving. I want to say one thing, too, that I didn't say. Howard, you are a hero today. Even you deny it. You are a hero.
Thank you, Helen.
And you gave me this strength. I don't know why. What possessed me to do that?
You don't normally do acts like that,
putting myself in danger. You could have had a knife or gun. I don't do that kind of thing.
Did you feel a certain camaraderie because it was a fan of the Howard Stern show?
Yes, and I felt strength. I said a little prayer to myself. I prayed to the man, and I just...
Don't need to pray to me. That's ridiculous. Are you married with children?
Yes, with a child. I have a 9-year-old child. I'm a normal working person.
Thank you, Helen.
I live in Brooklyn, but I work upstate New York. That's why I was passing. I'm a brand manager for Wet n Wild and Black Radiance and Solo Parati Cosmetics in Nyack, New York.
That sounded like Spanish.
Could you spell your last name? T-R-I-M-B-L-E.
And by the way, mine is S-T-E-R-N. Thank you.
There are always people who are critical.
I'm sorry, wait a second. We have a question from CNN.
No,
extra. Oh, then ignore it. Go ahead.
Lieutenant, there are always people who are critical of the king of all media. What do you think this will do? Will it humanize Howard for people?
Well, I think Howard has already been humanized many times over, but I think it makes us aware that when someone is in dire straits and in need of a psychological hand, they can at times contact him and receive a degree of support and help that allowed us to do our job in responding and getting him out of harm's way.
Who better to help someone who is psychologically disturbed than Howard Stern, who himself is psychologically disturbed?
That are going to be calling you now?
No, I don't believe this man is a nut. He was despondent. I believe that.
I mean, crazies.
I don't think crazies will be calling. I think people who genuinely need help do call me from time to time, and
we've helped others. You have not been very vocal about the kind of work you do behind the scenes.
And please, Robin, don't mention it here. Don't mention it here. All the
Penny
things I
thinks
do.
you do nothing.
No, that is wrong. But I am too humble to.
What was the one thing you said? The one key thing you said? I'm from the Daily News. I want to know what you said exactly.
You're talking about the movie.
Yeah, when
moment that got.
Robin knows this. She was part of the scene there. When I mentioned the fact that I had a movie coming out soon, and that he would miss it if he died, it caused him to laugh, as you are here, but it also caused him to say, hey, wait a second, maybe I should stay around for the movie. So I think it was the comment about the movie. I must end the press conference now. I want to thank the lieutenant.
There's one other thing that I wanted to point out to Penny and some of the other naysayers out there. There were times that were very nerve-wracking during those few moments because he was on a cellular phone and we had a bad connection.
Yes.
And occasionally we thought we had lost him or that he had jumped.
Gary came in and said he wasn't even sure. He said there's a guy on the phone who says he's going to kill himself. Now, I wasn't going to hang up on the guy because if it was legitimate, I wanted to make sure I was there for the guy. You know, listen, you guys ask me, why is it this guy contacts Howard Stern? It's simple. You ever listen to the other jerks on the radio? Who would call them? At least I have some pizzazz. I have some ability to keep people happy. You understand what I'm saying? You've got zookeepers and other mutants on the air, and they God knows what they're talking about. What is it, Papa Fooey?
I want to point out that we only showed the media a very small portion of the overall phone call, but Howard really did do a lot of work. The phone call itself is probably somewhere close to 7 minutes long. We only showed you a minute and a half.
Are we all going to get copies, or are you giving that exclusively to hard copy?
No, I am giving it to everyone.
To everybody.
Everybody who wants it.
Current affair wants
that
it.
Is right. Whoever wants it can have it because I feel that as a member of the press, I must share.
But you have to say that it does have to say courtesy of E on the bottom.
Courtesy of E, that is correct. Okay?
Boost your image as a good guy.
Well, I don't know. I always thought I was a good guy.
For that reason.
That's right. I never did it for that reason. I never helped this individual because I said in the back of my mind, this will help me to boost my image as a good guy. I did it because I care about humanity.
Lieutenant Bleeker.
Did I feel pressure? Of course. I was in the middle of saving a life. As the officer knows here, he has been in dangerous situations. When we go in to save someone from a burning building, you feel pressure. But I, of course, withstood the pressure.
Lieutenant Bleeker, can you take us through the process of how you first heard about the whole incident and what it was like when you got there?
Well, oddly enough, I was listening to that portion of the Howard Stern show where a man identified himself as a possible jumper on an unknown bridge at that particular time. It wasn't after a few moments that we realized, based on the background noise and the help from this young lady to my right, that the bridge was indeed the George Washington Bridge and the calamity was a real one that required immediate intervention.
And where were you at this time?
I was responding to the midspan of the George Washington Bridge where we had identified the location of the subject.
Where were you when you heard it, Lieutenant?
He was in his car.
What street?
I was at Fort Lee, New Jersey, the headquarters for the George Washington Bridge Command.
What's your first name?
Stanley.
I'm going to end the press conference. I want to thank Lieutenant Bleeker for coming down here today. Thank you so much. I want to thank Helen for stepping in. I think she's real brave. The way she just went ahead and she just jumped out of her car. Who knew what this guy had, if he had any kind of weapon or he's going to take her with him. You know, you never know what's going to happen. She was very brave in doing that, and I want to thank Helen for doing that and stepping out of her car, and, of course, the lieutenant and all the police.
And, Howard, you are a hero.
Thank you, Robin. Please, no need to call me that again. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, thank you. Now, let's see you put a negative spin on this one. Entertainment Tonight just showed up. They're freaking out that they missed the press conference.
I wondered where they were. I said, they're going to let Extra take over. They're missing this story.
So, oh, wait a second. I got to play my theme song. Turn that one. Kept reminding me. You did your job. What?
Are you ready for your exclusive interview with Entertainment Tonight?
Well, I'll give them 2 seconds because I really did the whole thing at the press conference.
Well, they were late getting there, and they are the most important entertainment
they are?
show.
So
I don't
we
know.
were.
They get exclusivity on everything. I don't know why.
Well, I'm not going to give them exclusive, but I'll give them a comment because they did, you know, it's kind of a bitch that they ran down here. I think they made an effort to get
If
down.
they give us good placement and don't let us get cut again.
Yeah, ask him where I want his first story up. Gary.
Negotiate.
He's so stupid.
He gives everything away.
And to think, Gary, make sure I get first placement. Go out and negotiate. What? Let me hear that. Hold on. Say something. No. No. Just go out and tell the guy we want first placement.
You can't promise.
Pull that microphone out there.
Okay, just come on right over here.
You can't guarantee me first placement?
I can't because I don't line produce a show every day. I can tell them if we've got this exclusive interview inside the studio.
You want to go make a call and make sure that I get first placement?
Yeah.
All right, go make a call and then we'll talk. Okay. Make sure I get first placement. I'm not going to sit here and bother.
Yeah, let's be the lead story.
Hey, Steve. It's Steve Dunleavy. How'd I handle the press conference? You're an old pro. You've been around. Perfect, right?
I think Steve fell in love with you.
Did you fall in love with me during the press conference?
There's no question about it.
Really? Do you think I handled it professionally?
Professionally, sensitively.
Think I was humble enough?
Yes.
What
Really?
is he going to do with the story?
What are you going to do with the story? I hope you put the proper spin on it.
No, it'd be a nice story. Come on.
Will it? Okay, good. Play it up. You want to play the Mariah Carey song behind it? Hero?
Point out that you're higher than the deity, better than God. Yes.
Okay, good. Yeah, don't do it tongue-in-cheek. Play it for real, okay? Good luck to you, Steve.
None of your humor.
Yeah, Steve. Your humor goes over like a lead balloon, all right? Steve, go ahead. You look like you're ready to go to sleep.
Is this the end of the day or the beginning?
200-year-old man going around doing these stupid stories.
Jim Jensen look healthy.
Yeah, it makes Jim Jensen look healthy. Hey.
You are my hero.
Perfect.
Perfect. That word was not spelled to sound like perfect.
Come on, hero, let's go for a pop.
Perfect.
You were perfect.
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 Professional perfect.
You were truly professional like a deity.
Greater than God.
Greater than God.
There you go.
Right.
It'll be a nice one.
Dunleavy looks like he's going to keel over.
I think he was leaning on the wall to hold him up.
I don't know. The guy's too old to be running around doing these street reports.
Yeah,
Should be having
early.
he needs an executive position with that hard copy.
Tough
They
to
won't
stand up
let
at this
him.
hour.
Yeah.
They won't let him come inside.
Wow. Crocodile Dunleavy. Oh.
A knife. This is a knife.
We're going to do a Crocodile Dundee sequel with
Crocodile Dunleavy.
Crocodile Dunleavy. Go to hell. I've been on this job way too long for your crap. Hey, you know, you want to do news or you want to just go home?
I think we've done the news.
Yeah, we made the news
today.
We are the news. We are the world. What's going on with entertainment tonight?
He's making the call.
I'm going to tell the guy. I think what happened was the guy heard John Tesh's new album and he wanted to jump off a bridge, and I saved him.
Saw Mary Hart's legs.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey. I'll wait 30 more seconds, and then I'm out of here. I mean, you know.
Are you really thinking about the significance of what you just did? This is greater than electing a governor.
You know what's odd? I've been trying to figure out ways to get Spanish out of New York City, and here I saved the Spanish guy's life.
He's still negotiating.
Yeah, what's the story? They won't guarantee it? Well, then we'll leave.
Well, he's probably having a hard time getting somebody on the West Coast on the phone because they're all asleep or something.
All right, you know what? Just give him the stupid interview then.
Okay.
Who has time for this? Who cares what placement we have in that stupid show?
Just make sure you don't end up in that, what's that thing, the ETI or something?
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather have first placement, come to think of it.
Yeah, it'd be a major story.
Yeah, I don't want it to be some, after Mary Lou Henner and her failed show. Something.
Or after the birthdays.
Yeah,
or
right.
one of those tours of somebody's set where you watch the stuntman fall out of a building.
Well, today, Grandpa Lewis is 87 years old. And by the way, Howard Stern, say somebody. Goodbye.
Well, what do they do, the thing, the E.T. Insider?
The E.T. Gazette.
Where they do like four really bad stories together in 10 seconds?
Yeah, please.
Hard file.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna, if I'm going to sit there and talk to this guy, and then all of a sudden you see a 3-second clip, who needs it?
If you follow the hard file, you're in trouble.
Yeah. That means you're not happening.
That's like whatever happened to Robin from Batman and Robin.
You know what? Let's wait and see if he gives his first placement. If he doesn't, throw him the hell out of here.
Or at least the first 5 minutes.
Yeah. Opening story.
Major story.
Yeah,
no
come
way
on.
you can do the story and make them not be able to run it if you can't get.
No, once they've got it, they've got it.
Once they got it, that's it.
They'll tell you anything and then just run it when they want.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm an old crow. I've been around this business.
All right.
I know to wait.
Was that a real question, Jackie? Or you were just making a conversation?
It was a suggestion. Robin.
I think he's lost his mind.
I've never had a good suggestion.
Well, that's you said it, not us. All right. What?
I was just gonna say you were really amazing today.
Thank you, my
You
friend.
really were.
Thank you, Gary.
You handle those people well.
Listen, you got to handle it. Sometimes you got to be graceful under pressure.
But do you notice that, like, when you look on the faces of the people in that crowd, how much it annoys them to have to be there and treat you normal?
Yeah, I know. What is it?
Penny's upset with you that you're getting media
tonight
coverage.
says that you'll be the top star.
What was this?
She's on the phone.
Huh.
She says that you will be the top star.
Who is this?
Heather Borden, Entertainment Tonight.
Heather?
Yeah?
Howard Stern, we're on the air.
Hey, how are you?
How you doing? Now, you were telling me I will be the top story?
That's what we've heard from the West Coast, yeah.
All right, then that's fine. I'll take your word for it as an honest person, and I will
give them the interview?
I will give them the interview.
Wonderful.
All right, let's begin the interview process. Thank you.
Go ahead.
All right, there it is, Robin, confirmation. Sometimes negotiations have to be a little
you have
slow.
to think of these things. If
Right.
somebody wants something from you, get something in return.
Exactly, Robin. I credit you with that philosophy.
E.T. just shows up whenever it wants.
What's the story?
Nothing goes easy. The negotiation is they will put you on the top of the show, but they won't do the interview on the air.
I don't understand.
They don't want to do it on the air. They want to do the interview, or they want the interview off the air.
Oh, forget it. Who cares? I want my audience to hear it. Who cares if it's on the air?
Look, this story's going to be on every other news show.
Hey?
Just tell him to do it. I'm not going to screw with the guy. Just tell him to come in here and interview me. Come on, I'm busy. I got to go home.
Get that guy in here, Mr. Entertainment Tonight.
You want an interview? Do it here.
No, I know.
What do you mean I'm not talking on the air? I am talking on the air. I'll do it. Let me do it on here. I don't want to go do it in the hall.
They want me to do it on the air, and
Why?
Because we'll do the story. You give us the interview. We'll do.
You got to understand. I don't even care to do the story. I don't care if it's on. I don't care if I'm on Entertainment Tonight. I'm doing you a favor. You guys see it all the wrong way. I'm not some hard-up publicity hound.
No, I know that.
If I had a movie to promote, I'd be a hard-up publicity hound.
We'd just rather do the interview off.
Just come here and ask me the questions. You're already on the air. Get the stupid camera.
The person.
I saved the person's life. I need to go home.
What's to hug his children?
Yeah, I have to hug my children. You can't do it. All right, sell negotiation off. I won't do it. It's up to you. I don't need to be on Entertainment Tonight. You got to understand. I got my own 12-hour show here.
Is that your call or a call from a higher authority?
A call from a higher authority.
All right, well, then that's
they just lost.
Well, Extra's going to beat you to it.
Hard copy, Inside Edition, Current Affair.
I'm an Entertainment Tonight man. I'm willing to give you this is an exclusive.
We're willing to do the interview, but we'd rather do it off the air.
Sorry, I can't comply with that.
Okay.
All right, I don't mean to offend you, but I do things in front of my audience. I'm sorry?
You asked us to do the interview with you and put you at the top of the show, and that's what we said we'd do, but...
All right, well,
we were talking about an interview in here.
I thought it was going to be on the air here. I don't really want to stand out in the hall and do an interview. I'm exhausted. I've performed now for 4.5 hours, close to 5. I saved a man's life. I saved a man's life today. You know what pressure that is? Have you ever saved a man's life?
No, and you did a fantastic...
Have you ever saved a man's life?
Tried, but never...
But you never did it. You don't know how draining it is. I am completely drained.
You look a little drained.
No, I'm being serious. I don't mean to be disrespectful, but you've never saved a life before. I tell you something, I have never been under such pressure to save a life like this. And when real life and death is there, it drains you tremendously. I am exhausted from the experience, I must tell you. So if you would prefer to not do the interview, then that's fine.
Do the interview off the air, but if you don't want to do that...
Understood, but I need to go home.
I have to go by what my orders are.
Well, the answer is no.
Thanks very much.
Right.
If you don't want to do it off the air, I'll understand.
Okay. I'm sorry that we couldn't do it. Hopefully in the future we will talk.
All right.
All right, thank you. Well, unfortunately, the interview cannot be conducted on the air.
Wow. You really are the king of all media.
Yes. No, you got to teach the press one thing. I don't need to be on these shows. If I never did another interview again, I still have my audience. It's up to them to comply with my wishes.
Yeah.
I am the hero here.
So what if they're all about to jump? We'll get them back.
No one has been in my shoes. No one here has saved... Excuse me. Jackie, have you ever saved a man's life?
Nope, I've never walked him.
Robin, have you ever saved a man's life?
Well, I was a nurse, Howard. I saved lives.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I
did. The doctor
more
did.
than
you were a nurse.
I was there.
I'm turning off your microphone.
Call the doctor, you.
Billy, have you ever saved a life?
Never.
Fred?
Yes.
Oh, you have? Whose life did you save?
It was a guy in a movie theater once.
Oh, that's right. He did the Heimlich maneuver.
He didn't do
that.
that.
He sat next to a guy who drooled.
That's in 2 seconds he did that.
Okay, well.
Have you ever saved a life?
Once I called Fred's wife to get her down to the hospital.
He did save a life. Yeah. No, he didn't.
Fred. He did.
Well, those guys don't know how draining it is. And I'm going to tell you something.
I resent your demeaning my work. I actually banged people on the chest and brought them back.
Penny Crone says that's a fake.
Oh, please, everybody knows.
I have saved lives.
Have you really?
Yeah, I pulled over and went to sleep.
You could have killed millions.
There you go. Joke set up, joke finish. Put a button on the bed.
Always leave them on a laugh.
All right, good night, everybody.
So I must tell you that I don't mean to be disrespectful to the people at Entertainment Tonight, but I am sitting here waiting to be interviewed. Everyone's making up rules as we go along.
Yeah, all of a sudden you got to be in a room, you got to do this, you got to do that.
Let me do the plugs and we'll get out of here, Robin. We apologize to anyone who was waiting for the news. Evidently, we became the news this morning. Right, Robin?
That's right. I don't think that there's any other news
worth talking
that we
about.
could do today to, it all pales in comparison to what happened here this morning.
Let us compliment Jackie the Joke Man Marlowe for his wild comedy CD and cassette. It is $10 plus $3 shipping and handling. Holiday special, buy two, get one free. Call 1-800-323-KING. Friday night, December 16th at Catch a Rising Star, it's Jackie in the Governor Morris Hotel in Morristown, New Jersey. For dirty jokes and info, call 516-922-WINE. Remember, 516-922-WINE is not a pay service.
Thank you very much. Thank you, hero.
This Friday night, December 9th, Norris, Fred Norris Band opening for Mountain at my father's place in Bayside, Queens. Go see them. Don't miss Stuttering John at Patina's wedding. And to get a signed copy of Stuttering John's debut CD, call 201-942-OUCH. OUCH. If you're looking for a DJ for your office Christmas party, call Scott the Engineer's Rocket Entertainment at 718-BAG-5040. Many dates are still available. And Robin, this is a song that some have dedicated to me. I think you would probably dedicate it to me.
I would say you deserve it today.
Yes, as a woman who has saved lives, you know how draining it
I
can
never
be.
got a song. All the lives I saved, I never
Well, this is
got
to
a
all
song.
the heroes who have saved lives.
She won't give you a moment.
Even Jackie's upset. Is this the song?
No.
I did the wrong song.
No,
Please hit track 2.
No hero as a DJ.
You're playing CD 2. You should be playing CD 3 track 2.